little old lady got me a little late last night. Werewolves have run down again. Werewolves have run down.
Once again, good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark in Harvey Yard. This afternoon, the Bridgeport Bluefish take on the Long Island Ducks. This afternoon's starting lineups, first starters for the visiting Long Island Ducks. Batting first, right fielder number 22, Phelan Martin. Hitting second, center fielder number 5, Delta Cleary Jr. Batting third, designated hitter number 20, Lou Thor. Hitting cleanup first baseman number 25, Sean Barrow. Batting fifth, second baseman number 2, Cody Puckett. Hitting sixth, shortstop number 12, Dan Lyons. Batting seventh, left fielder number 27, Anthony Bago. Hitting eighth, catcher number 29, Mike Dow. Batting ninth, third baseman number 17, Matt Wessinger. Pitching for the Ducks, number 23, Darren Downs. Manager of the Long Island Ducks is Kevin Byas. Now the starting lineup for your Bridgeport Bluefish. Batting first, center fielder number 4, Ruben Sosa Jr. Hitting second, shortstop number 2, Luis Hernandez. Batting third, second baseman, number 6, Luis Rodriguez. Hitting cleanup, designated hitter number 13, Jose Cuevas. Batting fifth, right fielder number 22, Wilkin Ramirez. Hitting sixth, third baseman number 17, Josh Bitter. Batting seventh, first baseman number 20, Carlos Sosa. Hitting eighth, left fielder number 23, Luis Nunez. Batting ninth, catcher number 8, Jeffrey Castillo. Pitching for the Bluefish number 27, R.J. Higley. Manager of the Bridgeport Bluefish is Luis Rodriguez.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one crack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Lions bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch, and for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks Northwell Health Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And on this Sunday afternoon, the Ducks are looking for their third consecutive 3-game sweep as they take on the Bridgeport Bluefish in the finale of a 3-game series. Well, good afternoon, Ducks fans. My name is Michael Pollack. Happy to bring you the play-by-play for all of today's action as the Ducks and the Bluefish wrap up the first chapter of this year's Ferry Cup Series, the 8th chapter all-time of the Ferry Cup Series. Since the trophy was installed in 2009, Ducks have won the Cup in 4 of 7 years thus far, and they are off to a good start in trying to win their 5th Ferry Cup as they now lead this season series 2-0. They have won the first 2 games of this 3-game set, and they have done so in very similar fashion. Good pitching and timely offense, and that has led the Ducks to 5-1 and 7-1 victories thus far here in Bridgeport. Well, first here on the pregame show, we'll recap last night's game, and it was another night where the Ducks got a lot of offense, more so late in the game, and they also received a tremendous pitching performance from their bullpen. Bruce Kern started for Long Island and retired the first 7 batters that he had faced, and he got a 1-0 lead in the second inning when Nate Fryman came up to the plate, leading the inning off against Mike Antonini. The 2-2. Swinging a high drive deep to left field. Going back, Nunez turns, looks, and you can forget it. It's a solo home run over the left field wall for Nate Fryman. His first home run as a Long Island Duck, and the Ducks take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning. So Fryman going yard for the first time as a member of the Ducks. That solo home run out to left field gave the Ducks a 1-0 lead. In the bottom of the third, though, Bridgeport threatened with 1 out. Rosmel Perez and Luis Nunez picking up back-to-back singles. Perez, though, was picked off at second base on a nice throw from Kern to the shortstop Dan Lyons. But then Sosa Jr. lined a ball to left field. Delta Cleary Jr. made a tremendous diving catch, but it ended up going off for naught, though, as a balk was called against Kern that moved Nunez to second. Sosa Jr. would walk. Luis Hernandez followed with an RBI single, and the Bluefish were able to tie up the game at 1. Neither side was able to plate across a run in the 4th or the 5th. The Ducks had runners at second base with 1 out in each of the 4th and 5th innings. The Bluefish loaded up the bases in the 5th inning with a couple of walks against Patrick Kreider, and then an error that was charged to Nate Fryman when it was ruled that his foot came off the bag on a throw from Dan Lyons when Hernandez grounded the ball to short. So Frank DiGiulio Jr. would come on, and he would induce a pop-out from Jose Cuevas to end that 5th inning. That would be large because in the 6th inning, the Ducks were able to get the lead back as Lantini and Cleary Jr. opened the inning with back-to-back singles. Following a strikeout and a flyout, up came Sean Burrows. Here's Antonini's 1-0. Burrows swings a line drive left center field. That is going to get down for a base hit. Lantini around third to score. Cleary Jr. going for third. He's in there safely. Ball kicked away, but Antonini was able to back up the play. It's an RBI single for Sean Burrows with 2 outs in the 6th, and the Ducks take the lead back 2-1 over the Bluefish. So the former Bluefish comes up big with the RBI single. The Ducks take a 2-1 lead, neither side scoring in the 7th. And then in the 8th inning against Joseph Kuja, Delta Cleary Jr. and Lou Ford picked up back-to-back 1-out singles, and that set the stage once again for Nate Fryman. Here's the 1-1 from Kuja. Ripped in the air, deep left field. Turning around, watching it go is Nunez. You can forget it. Off of the Webster Bank Arena. A 3-run home run over the left field wall for Fryman. His second home run of the night. And it's a 3-run blast in the 8th inning to put the Ducks on top 5-1. A tremendous shot for Nate Fryman that ended up hitting off of the netting that protects Webster Bank Arena beyond the left field wall. His second home run of the night put the Ducks in front 5-1. And in the 9th inning, facing former Duck Eric Neeson, a 1-out double from Dan Lyons, a 2-out walk from Phelan Lantini set the stage for Delta Cleary Jr. 1-0 from Neeson. Cleary Jr. lines this one over first down the right field line. That is going to dunk in for a base hit. Into score is Lyons. Into score is Lantini. Cleary Jr. will stop at second with a 2-out, 2-run double. And Long Island extends the lead to 7-1 in the 9th inning. More than enough for the Ducks. Nick Struck got into a bit of a jam in the 9th inning, loading up the bases with 1 out, but he induced a pop-out from Ruben Sosa Jr. Struck out Luis Hernandez. 6 scoreless innings from the bullpen last night, and the Ducks win it 7-1. 12 more hits for Long Island, a 7 for Bridgeport. Ducks committed the only error of the game. Long Island left 5 on base, Bridgeport 10. Frank DiGiulio Jr. gets the win after getting that out. In the 5th inning, with the bases loaded, he improves to 1-0. Mike Antonini, who allowed just 2 runs on 6 hits over 6 innings, while striking out 3, suffers the hard luck loss. He falls to 1-3. Game took 2 hours, 58 minutes in front of 3,316 here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. We'll take another break, and when we come back, I'll sit down with yesterday's player of the game, and that was first baseman Nate Fryman.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, getting ready for this afternoon's contest. The sun peeking out here for the first time, and I can't even remember when. Finally, we are seeing some sun on this Sunday afternoon and looking to be good weather for this series finale. Nate Fryman was the hero last night for the Ducks. 2 home runs, a solo blast in the second, and a 3-run shot in the 8th inning. Both of those big for Long Island in their 7-1 win yesterday, and I caught up with the Ducks' newest acquisition before today's ballgame. Nate, a big night for you last night, your first 2 home runs as a member of this team. Talk about those 2 at-bats and how nice it felt to get number 1 and number 2 out of the way here with Long Island.
Whenever you start with a new team, it's always nice to get your first home run kind of out of the way. But, misty night, was just trying to see the ball and stay through the middle, and got a couple of good pitches, and the key for me was that I was on time. I started early enough and was able to put a couple of good swings on it. The first one was good to get us on the board, and the second one was nice to put some separation late in the game, give us some cushion going into the last 2 innings. These guys rallied the first night late, so yeah, it's good. Now we're in the position to play for a sweep. Talk to me a little bit about your first week or so here with this team, coming in, first experience in independent baseball and in the Atlantic League. Are you starting to feel comfortable now at the plate after getting the first few games out of the way? Yeah, I'd say my first 3 at-bats didn't go the way I would have liked with 3 strikeouts. But getting to play and getting at-bats, it's nice to be getting comfortable up there. And nice to have had some good at-bats. When you come into this clubhouse and see a lot of former major leaguers like yourself, does it make that transition a little bit easier? And how much are you enjoying being a part of this group of guys so far? This is a great group of guys. It's the team dynamic in this clubhouse that I really like, where everyone's pulling for each other. It doesn't hurt that the 6 games I've played with the Ducks, we've won all 6 of them. I imagine we probably won't win every single game for the rest of the year, but if we can win most of them, that would be a lot of fun. Looking at this team right now that's on an 8-game winning streak, what have you been able to attribute to the success of this team? Why is this team going out there every night and being so successful? The 3 key aspects of the game, pitching, hitting, and defense, we've really done all 3 of them well. Dan stands out as our shortstop. He's made some really good plays. Our starting pitching has been unbelievable, going deep into the games. Bullpens pitching 2 innings a night, and we've hit. We've put up double-digit hit totals in several of the games that I've been part of. We put up 13 runs the other night. Guys 1 through 9 are swinging the bats. We got guys in this lineup that they're really unselfish, won't hesitate to drop a bunt down and move a runner. And this team is playing as a team rather than as a group of individuals, and I think that's why we've had success. You spoke a little bit about the bullpen there, talking about the good pitching, and last night 6 innings of shutout baseball to help preserve that victory. How comfortable do you guys feel when the bullpen comes into this game, and how impressive was it what they did last night in relief of Bruce Kern? So the bullpen, they've had a lot of clean innings, a lot of three up, three down type innings, but they've also gotten out of some stuff. We had bases loaded. Last night at one point there were 2 guys on late, and these guys pitch out of it, and that's toughness on the mound, and that I think that's been real important.
Former major leaguer in yourself, a couple big years with the Oakland Athletics, some games where you were able to get multiple home runs and showing off that power. What is kind of one memory that really sticks out above the rest from your time in the big leagues?
I was fortunate to be with the A's in 13 and 14. Both of those teams went to the playoffs, and I was there for the playoffs both years. I played in the wild card game in 2014, but when we clinched the playoffs, we won the division in 13, and then the last day of the season, we beat the Rangers in 14 to go to the playoffs. And celebrating as a team, everyone puts their ski goggles on and blasts champagne on each other. That's what you play for, moments like that, and those are the real special memories I have.
Thanks so much, Nate, and best of luck here with your new team, the Long Island Ducks.
Thank you.
Lovely job with today's national anthem here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, and a thank you to Nate Fryman for joining us on the pregame. We'll take a break. When we come back, starting lineups and the first pitch.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
R.J. Hively on the mound for Bridgeport, taking his warm-up tosses. The right-hander will start today for Bridgeport, trying to salvage the series finale. Ducks will counter with left-hander Darren Downs, the former big leaguer. Will try and pitch Long Island to a 3-game sweep, their 3rd consecutive series sweep, and try and give the Ducks their 9th consecutive win after starting the year 1-6. Here is the lineup for the Ducks this afternoon. Phelan Lentini will lead things off. He is in right field. Delta Cleary Jr. gets the start in center field and bat second. Lou Ford will serve as the designated hitter, hitting third. And in the cleanup spot is the first baseman today. That is Sean Burrows. Batting fifth at second base is Cody Puckett. Dan Lyons will hit sixth and play shortstop. Anthony Vega gets the start in left field, will bat seventh. The first pitch of the game on the way from Hively. Lentini takes a strike over the outside corner. Hitting eighth and doing the catching today is Mike Dowd, and rounding out the order for the Ducks is the third baseman, Matt Wessinger. Be an 0-1 on the way from Hively. He winds and fires to the plate. Lentini will take a breaking ball that just missed up and inside to even the count at 1-1. As we mentioned, some clouds and some clear skies now overhead, a little bit of a mixture of both. And the sun trying to peek through here in Bridgeport. The 1-1, that's low and outside on a fastball for ball 2. This series, and really the last week and a half, has pretty much been all clouds and all rain and misty weather, some cool temperatures that sometimes seemed like it was freezing outside. The 2-1, Lentini here, a ground ball hit to short. It's gobbled up by Luis Hernandez and is thrown to first in time for the out. So Lentini is retired, one away here in the first inning. And that'll bring up Delta Cleary Jr. Wind right now blowing lightly out towards left field. Not as strong as it was on Friday night, but definitely stronger than it was yesterday where there was almost no wind. Light crowd on hand, some fans still filing in on this Sunday afternoon. And here is the switch hitting Delta Cleary Jr. from the left side. First pitch on the way, and he takes a breaking ball up and outside for ball 1. Cleary Jr. at .304 on the season, no home runs, 6 runs batted in. 1-0. Winds and fires to the plate. This one lined into left field, a base hit. Good piece of hitting by Delta Cleary Jr. as he goes the opposite way. And you can hear some applause in the background. There are a bunch of Long Island Ducks fans in attendance today. Saw a handful of them walking on the concourse before the game. And while the Ducks were warming up on the field, many of them standing right near the Ducks dugout and along the left field line where a bunch of them were warming up, getting some autographs and saying hello to their favorite players. So 1 on, 1 out here is Lou Ford to the plate from the right side. Hively will work out of the stretch now for Bridgeport. First pitch on the way, and Ford takes a fastball that just caught a piece of the outside corner for strike 1. Ford hitting .296 on the young season, 1 home run and 5 runs batted in. It'll be an 0-1 upcoming from Hively. Gets the sign, comes set. Cleary Jr. with a good lead at first. Pitch on the way, and that fastball misses up and inside under the hands of Ford. It's 2 balls, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cleary Jr., 2 steals and 2 attempts thus far this year, has good speed, so Hively will have to pay attention to him. The 1-1 on the way. Hively kicks and fires, and Ford swings, rips this one on the ground. Diving stop at third by Vitters, to his feet, throws to second base just in time for the out. Ford is going to be safe at first. Cleary Jr. thought he had gotten in ahead of the throw, but a great play from Josh Vitters at third baseman to save what would have likely been an extra base hit and an RBI for Lou Ford. So the fielder's choice will go 5-4. Cleary Jr. out at second by a nose hair. And safe at first is Ford. So 1 on with 2 outs. Here is the cleanup hitter, first baseman Sean Burrows. Hitting in the number 4 spot today as Nate Fryman gets the day off. Ford takes his lead. And the first base coming up to Burrows. Kicking the pitch, and Burrows swings and hits a ground ball to first. Fielded on a big hop by Carlos Sosa. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. So for the Ducks, no runs on 1 hit. They leave a man on base, and after a half inning, it's the Ducks nothing and the Bluefish coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Darren Downs on the mound for the Ducks. Here is the lineup that he will face today for the Bridgeport Bluefish, who are managed by Luis Rodriguez, a former player of both this Ducks and Bluefish team. Ruben Sosa Jr. will lead things off. He is the center fielder. Batting second, serving as the shortstop, is Luis Hernandez. Luis Rodriguez will hit third and play second base. And in the cleanup spot is the designated hitter, that is Jose Cuevas. Wilkin Ramirez back in the lineup in right field hitting fifth. The sixth hitter is the third baseman Josh Vitters. Carlos Sosa will play first base and bat seventh, getting his first start of the series. Luis Nunez back in left field hitting eighth. And doing the catching, also getting his first action of the series, is Jeffrey Castillo. He will bat ninth. So that is the lineup today for the Bluefish that will face left-hander and former big leaguer Darren Downs, making his fourth start of the year, enters at 0-1 with a 3.44 ERA, coming off of a terrific outing in his last appearance. That was on Tuesday against the Lancaster Barnstormers in the Ducks' 3-2 walk-off win. First pitch to Ruben Sosa Jr., misses off the outside edge for ball one. Ducks are in their alternate orange jerseys here today after wearing the gray jerseys the first two games of this series. 1-0. That fastball hits the outside corner for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Bluefish are in the home white uniforms today with the navy blue undershirts with teal and blue stripes along the shoulders. The 1-1 lifted in the air to right field towards the line. Phelan Lentini drifts back a few steps. Now comes in one and makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. So with one away, that will bring Luis Hernandez, the shortstop, to the plate. Hernandez will bat from the right side. He is a switch hitter for this Bluefish team. Well, we mentioned at the top, Ducks have won 8 consecutive games. They have improved to 9-6 on the year and have closed to within 4 games of the first-place Somerset Patriots in the Liberty Division. Hernandez swings first pitch, pops it up near home plate. Dowd will shed the mask and make the catch on the batter's circle. So 2 quick outs for left-hander Darren Downs. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to the shortstop, the second baseman, Luis Antonio Rodriguez.
Second baseman.
He and his manager, both Luis Rodriguez. The manager's middle name, Alberto. And the second baseman is Antonio, so they both share the same middle initial, making things tougher. But here is Luis Antonio Rodriguez, and he takes just low on a fastball from Downs for ball one. Downs at 271 on the year, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. He, too, a switch hitter that will bat from the right side. Downs kicks and delivers. Ripped in a left field, base hit, just out of the reach of the third baseman, Matt Wessinger. So there's the first hit of the ball game for Bridgeport as Rodriguez is on with 2 out. That'll leave it up to the DH, Jose Cuevas. Bridgeport, meanwhile, coming into today, losers of 6 games in a row and trying to avoid a second straight series sweep. They were swept in a 4-game set at York earlier this week, and as we mentioned, have dropped the first 2 of this series. Record now stands at 5-11. First pitch here is a fastball on the outside corner, called strike. The count 0-1. Bluefish currently in last place in the Liberty Division, 8.5 games behind Somerset. The only saving grace is that Somerset has lost the last 2 nights, so Bridgeport has not lost any ground. The 0-1 taken upstairs on a curveball to even the count at 1-1 on Cuevas, who is hitting .241 on the year, 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Rodriguez leads at first, being held on by Burrows. The 1-1, and Cuevas hits this one on the ground to third. Matt Wessinger fields on 2 hops, goes the short way to second for the force, and the side retired in the bottom of the first. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Bridgeport as well as Long Island. After 1 inning of play at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, Ducks and the Bluefish are scoreless.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up again this season to present the Walks with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. So both sides get a single in the first inning. Neither are able to plate a run, though. And we head to the second in Bridgeport with the game scoreless. Michael Pollack here bringing you all the action. Thank you so much for tuning in on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online at liducks.com. We'll bring you live streaming audio from today's game and all road games that we are on YouTube this year. First pitch on the way from R.J. Hively to Cody Puckett is a fastball taken upstairs for ball one. Puckett a .260 average on the year, 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. He has been red hot of late, although he took an 0 for 4 last night. 1-0. That fastball off the outside edge to run the count to 2 balls and no strikes. But Puckett was fantastic on the homestand for Long Island. Really got him going. He led all Ducks with a .529 average during the 6-0 homestand, and here he takes inside for ball 3. Last 10 games, Cody Puckett a .344 batting average. It's up to .357 in the last 5 coming into today's action. And the 3-0. Here's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. Puckett thought it was ball 4. He had tossed away the bat and made it about 10 feet towards first base, and now has to head back to get the bat at home plate. Kevin Baez coming down from third base to ask home plate umpire Brian Child where the pitch location was. And both sides had some issues, especially on the Ducks side, with the umpiring crew yesterday. 3-1. That fastball catches the outside corner, another called strike. That'll run the count to 3-2. Hively had 10 strikeouts in his last outing. That was against the York Revolution earlier this week, but he allowed 5 runs and took the loss. Payoff. Puckett chops this one on the ground on the left side, backing up the shortstop Hernandez, fields the high hop, his throw to first, it gets past Carlos Sosa, backed up by Jeffrey Castillo, and Cody Puckett will be safe at first to lead off the second inning. They are going to rule an error on the Bluefish, so Puckett reaches to start things off. Wasn't the easiest of plays for Hernandez. He had to wait for it. It was kind of a Baltimore chop into the ground and bounced in front of Hernandez. He took the high hop after that, and his throw to first got past Sosa. They do rule an error on Hernandez. It's his first of the year. So Puckett at first to start things off. Here is Dan Lyons to the plate. First pitch coming from Hively, and Lyons will take a fastball, strike over the outside edge. The count is 0-1. Lyons up to .231 on the year, 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. This is his 6th season as a member of the Ducks. Started way back in 2011. Now the 0-1. Kicking the pitch. Lyons takes low and away. And that will even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Some high puffy clouds overhead, but we do see some blue sky and the sun shining down on the field here in Bridgeport. A welcome sight for both teams who over the course of the last week and a half have just seen some ugly weather here in the Northeast between cold temperatures, cloudy skies, and rain. Throw over to first and back safely is Puckett. A good play by Carlos Sosa to prevent that throw from Hively from sailing past him and allowing Puckett to head to second. There's not a ton of foul ground between the first and third base lines and the stands. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from R.J. Hively. And Lyons swings, just gets a piece and fouls it off at the plate. Knocked it down into the dirt in the count 1-2. And a Train heads from left to right over the train tracks above the outfield wall heading towards New York City. Ducks will head back that way after the game tonight. They'll enjoy an off day tomorrow. And then Tuesday begins a 7-game and 6-day homestand, including a 3-game set to start things off against the Somerset Patriots. A big early series for both of those teams here in 2016. Puckett leads at first, nobody out. Scoreless game in the top of the second inning. The 1-2, and Lyons lays off the high fastball to even up the count. Ducks winners 5-1 here on Friday night, 7-1 yesterday, so they have guaranteed themselves their third straight series victory, and now trying for a third straight series sweep. Here comes a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Hively is set to go. Puckett leads in the pitch. Lyons, it's a high fly ball to center. Starting back with Sosa Jr. now races in, and he gets to the spot to make the catch for the first out here in the second inning. Defensively for Bridgeport this afternoon, Luis Nunez is in left field, Ruben Sosa Jr. in center, and Wilkin Ramirez is around in right. On the infield, it's Josh Vitters at third, Luis Hernandez at short, Luis Rodriguez at second, and Carlos Sosa over at first. Jeffrey Castillo doing the catching behind home plate, and R.J. Hively on the mound. So 3 Luises in the lineup. Nunez, Hernandez, Rodriguez. They have one on the bench as well in Domo Romo, and their manager, of course, is Luis Rodriguez. First pitch to Anthony Vega is a fastball strike over the outside corner. It's 0-1. Vega getting the start today in left field as Blake T. Cody getting the day off. T. Cody started in center field yesterday. Friday, T. Cody was in center. Ford was the center fielder yesterday. 0-1 is ripped high in the air to right field. Pretty well hit. Going back to right fielder Wilkin Ramirez. Warning track at the wall. They look up and it's off the wall. On his way to third is Cody Puckett. Kevin Baez waving him around third. Here comes the throw into home plate. It's cut off by Sosa. Vega makes it to third with an RBI triple. And the Ducks take a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. Anthony Vega flirting with his first home run of the year. Instead, he will settle for his second triple and pick up his third run batted in. An aggressive send once again from manager Kevin Baez. He had Puckett racing around third base as the throw came into the second baseman Rodriguez. But the throw to the plate not in time. Vega goes to third. Now the Ducks have the 1-0 lead. All 3 games of this series, the Ducks have taken a 1-0 lead in the second inning. That'll be an unearned run because of the error on Hernandez. Here's Mike down to the plate from the right side. Infield in and down. Swings, fouls the first pitch back behind the plate. And the count 0-1. Vega was second in the league with 9 triples last year. And already up to 2 this season in limited playing time. He has great speed, part of a Ducks lineup that top to bottom has terrific speed. And they're 13 for 13 in the stolen base department this year. 0-1 to Dowd. Swings and chops this one to short. Vega charging in towards the plate. Here comes the throw home, and it is in time. They say Vega is out, and now Kevin Baez is going to come argue. Oh, it certainly looked like Vega had slid in under the tag, and Kevin Baez is now going to argue with home plate umpire Brian Childs. Vega is saying he didn't get tagged. Kevin Baez is there arguing as well with Brian Childs. He waves the hand at him to say, "You've got to be kidding me with that call." So that'll go down as a 6-2 fielder's choice to get the out at the plate. And Kevin Baez, who vehemently argued yesterday with a couple of calls, including one at first base when it was ruled by Brian Child that Nate Fryman had pulled his foot off the bag. Another call does not go the Ducks' way, so now 2 outs and a runner at first. And here is Matt Westinger to the plate. First pitch coming up from the righty Hively. Kicks and fires. And that breaking ball down and away, taken for ball 1. The ruling of out at home plate denies Mike Dowd of his 7th run batted into the year. He is now 7 of 21. Meanwhile, Wessinger is 1 of 12 on the season with no homers and a run batted in. Third baseman for the Ducks today, with Fryman getting the day off and Burrows moving over to first. A swing and a miss at a fastball down low. And the count now even up at 1-1. We do not have the fortunate availability of replay here in Bridgeport. So we would have to wait until after the game to try and see an archive of the Bridgeport video stream going online right now to see whether or not the call was correct. Here's the 1-1. Wessinger fouls this one straight back to the screen behind home plate. That'll run the count to 1-2. It looked from our vantage point that the throw was a little bit on the higher side, and Vega, who has good speed, had snuck in with his foot underneath the tag of the catcher Castillo. It was a bang-bang play. Well, they rule it out, and Vega and Baez were both upset with the call. Here's the 1-2. Wessinger chops it on the ground foul to the third base side. So we will do it once again at a ball and 2 strikes. We mentioned earlier a couple big plays in yesterday's game, though it didn't end up affecting the Ducks. They won the game, but the ball call on Bruce Kern that the Ducks didn't agree with in the 3rd inning ended up leading to a run. Here comes the 1-2. Kicking the pitch, and Wessinger swings and misses for strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Hively, and that'll end the inning. So an unearned run for the Ducks on 1 hit and 1 error. They leave 1 runner on base, and after an inning and a half, the Ducks have taken a 1-0 lead over the Bluefish.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. To the bottom of the 2nd inning we go, with the Ducks leading now 1-0 on the Anthony Vega RBI triple. Time for the Ducks Health Report, brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. Everybody active and healthy for Long Island. That is good news for the Ducks. In the early going, Kevin Baez giving some of his regulars the Sunday off with the day game after the night game. And they will end up getting 2 days off in a row with the off day tomorrow. So that is why Nate Fryman, Blake T. Cody, and Mike Blank all on the bench for this afternoon's game. They are all available, though, if need be. Here's Wilkin Ramirez to the plate from the right side. First pitch from Darren Downs, and Ramirez takes a breaking ball for a strike. Same cannot be said for this Bluefish team, who is really hurting right now. They have 4 key players that are out on the inactive list due to injury. 0-1 from Downs to Ramirez. Swung on a broken back ground ball to the left side. Dan Lyons fields, and his throw to first low, but dug out by Burrows, and he applies the tag for the out. So there is the first out of the bottom of the 2nd inning, as Ramirez retired on the 6-3 ground out. For Bridgeport, Endy Chavez, a former major leaguer, is out with a hamstring injury. He's about a week away. Left-hander Matt Iannazzo, a starting pitcher, has a back injury that is also keeping him out for about another week. Up to the plate steps the righty swinging third baseman Josh Vitters. And the first pitch from Downs, swung on and missed. Good breaking ball down low. They count 0-1. Jaiwan James, an outfielder for the Bluefish, has a fractured foot. He will be out long-term with that injury, suffered on a hit by pitch. And DJ Mitchell, arguably their most important starter, has a right shoulder issue that is keeping him out for another couple weeks. 0-1 here, popped in the air, foul, first base side. This will head back into the seats, out of play. And so now 0-2 on Vitters, who has struck out 16 times this year, leading this Bluefish team. Bridgeport also has been victim of major league signings over the past week. 0-2. Fastball misses high. Obviously, it's good news. You want to see players succeed and get to the next level of their careers, get back into affiliated baseball. And the downside is that you lose some key pieces of your roster when that happens, and that's been the case for Bridgeport over the last week. The 1-2, breaking ball down and in, went off the glove of Dowd. On May 3rd, Rafael Lopez, their catcher, was signed by the Cincinnati Reds. He is now in AAA Louisville. The following day, right-hander David Kubiak was signed by the New York Yankees organization. He went to AA Trenton. 2-2 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Good pitch from Downs. He freezes Vitters at the plate. Second out of the inning. First strikeout for Downs. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to Sosa. And yesterday, after allowing 2 unearned runs in the 9th inning against the Ducks on Friday night, David Carpenter, a former Yankee, former Major Leaguer, was signed by the Los Angeles Angels organization, and he will head to AAA Salt Lake. So 2 away for Bridgeport. Here is the first baseman Carlos Sosa from the left side. Lefty-lefty matchup, the only lefty in Bridgeport's lineup. And a breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike 1. Sosa, 6 of 20 on the year, looking for his first home run, first RBI. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball again. This one misses a bit high and inside, even the count at 1-1. Ducks with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Downs trying for a 1-2-3 inning. The 1-1 is ripped to first, but caught by a diving Sean Burrows. Didn't really have to dive to go get the ball. It was kind of a hard shot that was coming right at him, so he had to almost duck out of the way while making the catch. But Sosa retired, and a good shutdown inning from Darren Downs as he sets down the Bluefish 1-2-3. We head to the 3rd inning here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Long Island in front, 1-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the 3rd inning we go. Ducks with a 1-0 lead over the Bluefish. And fans, there's no better time than right now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life at the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today at liducks.com by clicking on the kids icon in the top right of your page or by calling 631-940-3825. Phelan Lentini will lead things off in the 3rd inning. He takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1 from R.J. Hively, who begins his 3rd inning of work after allowing an unearned run in the 2nd on the RBI triple from Anthony Vega. The 0-1 chopped on the ground to short once again off the bat of Lentini. Hernandez will throw him out at first, and the leadoff man retired for the Ducks in inning number 3. For R.J. Hively, today is his 4th start of the year. He's gotten off to a rough start this season. 0-1 record, his 6.60 ERA. He has allowed a total of 13 runs, 11 of which have been earned in 15 innings of work, 21 hits given up, but he has walked just 3, 1 in each start, and has struck out 20 in those 15 innings. Coming into today's action. First pitch on the way to Delta Cleary Jr. is a fastball taken for a strike. And the count 0-1. Hively in his last outing, 5 runs on 9 hits in 5 innings and a 6-5 loss at York. He took a no decision, though. That game went 11 innings. Here's the 0-1. And Cleary Jr. lays off the breaking ball outside to even up the count. However, he did strike out 10 batters in that outing, so that's impressive. Hively has good stuff, but just has been getting hit a little bit too much for his liking in the early going. 1-1, high fly ball in the air to right center field. It's well hit but playable for the right fielder Wilkin Ramirez, who ranges back to make the catch in front of the scoreboard in right center for the second out. Cleary Jr. now 1 for 2. He had singled to left his first time up. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to Lou Ford. Hively stands in at 6'2", 225 pounds, from Palm Desert, California. 27 years old. Last year was teammates with Kevin Vance, a reliever with the Long Island Ducks. First pitch taken up and inside for ball 1. Last year, Hively pitched with Visalia, their high A affiliate, who was managed by former Long Island Duck J.R. House. 1-0. That's ripped in the air, foul. First base side out of play. Evens the count at 1-1 on Ford. Also pitched in Double-A Mobile and Triple-A Reno, all in the Diamondbacks organization. Kevin Vance of the Ducks also pitched with all 3 of those teams. 1-1. Ford lays off the fastball outside. That'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike. Ford hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice in his first at-bat. A tremendous diving stop by Josh Fitters at third base. A 2-1. Fouled over the screen, back behind the plate. Kind of got jammed on that pitch. So that will even up the count at 2-2. Lou Ford continuing to show that despite approaching the 40 mark, he is still an everyday player for this team. Back in there, day game after night game as the DH. And here he rips one on the ground towards the middle. Luis Hernandez ranging up the middle makes the stop and throws him out at first. Good play by Hernandez. And that retires the side in the top of the 3rd inning. Ducks go in order for the first time today. We take this game to the bottom of the 3rd. Long Island in front 1-0.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Ducks with a 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And when Lou Ford grounded out to short to end the top of the 3rd, that was the 15th out of today's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. Darren Downs back out to begin his 3rd inning of work, and he'll face Luis Nunez, the left fielder, an 8-hitter to lead off. First pitch fastball is in for a called strike. And the count 0-1. Nunez hitting from the right side, 7 of 23 to begin the year. That's a .304 average. No home runs, 4 runs batted in. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball diving down and in. And Nunez way out in front. So he is now behind at 0-2. He'll be followed by Jeffrey Castillo and then Ruben Sosa Jr. Downs looking in for the sign, and now time called at home plate as Downs was coming set. Wind starting to pick up here. It's now blowing out towards center field from left to right here in Bridgeport. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chasing down in the dirt, Nunez. Dowd will pick up the baseball and fire him out at first. Second strikeout of the ball game for Darren Downs. Put out goes 2-3, and there's the first out of the third inning. Bridgeport limited to just 1 run in each of the first 2 games of this series, and combined has total just 12 hits. The Ducks last night alone had 12 hits and had 14 here on Friday night. So Long Island has dominated this series thus far through 2 games, both in the runs and hits department. And Long Island's pitching staff has been spectacular of late, and the offense really has taken off. First pitch to Castillo, misses off the outside corner for ball 1. This is Castillo's first action of the series, and just his 3rd game of the season. He's 2 for 4 with a run scored and a strikeout on the year. 1-0 pitch. That's off the outside edge to run the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Again, primarily was Rosmel Perez, who caught the first 2 games of the series, and Rafael Lopez sharing the catching duties. But earlier this week, Lopez got signed by the Reds, and so now Castillo enters the fray as the backup catcher. 2-0. Ripped in the air to center field, pretty well hit. On the run, Delta Cleary Jr. racing back in the right center field cap. He won't get it. It's over his head. On the way to second is Castillo, and he'll be in with a double. Ball kind of took off on Cleary Jr., and that wind blowing out towards right center field definitely aided that ball and helped to get it over the head of Cleary Jr. So Castillo's got his first extra base hit of the year. And Bridgeport now with a runner at second base and 1 out. Back to the top of the order for Ruben Sosa Jr. My goodness, there was really no wind to speak of, and now all of a sudden it has picked up in a big way, blowing from left to right out towards right center field. First pitch here just misses low from Downs. Thought he had strike 1. Instead it's 1-0. Sosa Jr. a fly out to right in his first trip to the plate back in the opening inning. Castillo leads at second, the 1-0. That's ripped in the air to center field. This one more playable for Cleary Jr. as he races into the gap to make the catch. Castillo bluffs just to draw the throw. So Sosa Jr. with the line out to right center, 2 men out. And that will leave it up to the shortstop, Luis Hernandez.
Shortstop, number 2, Luis Hernandez.
For Darren Downs, this is his 4th start of the year. 0-1 record, a 3.44 earned run average. The 2 starts he has pitched very well in. He has pitched well enough to get the win, but has gotten no decisions both times. First pitch on the way to Hernandez. Takes a breaking ball just inside for ball 1. In 15 2/3 innings thus far this season, Downs has allowed 12 hits and 7 runs, 6 of them earned. He has walked 11, which is a bit more than he would like, but has struck out 17, including 7 his last time out. The 1-0. That's fouled off the glove of Dowd and back behind home plate to even up the count at 1-1. On Tuesday against Lancaster, Downs allowed just 1 hit and 1 unearned run through 6 innings of work. Did walk 4 batters, but he struck out 7. The 1-1 on the way. Downs kicks and fires, and Hernandez a swing and a miss. Another good breaking ball diving down and in. And Downs 1 strike away from getting out of the mini jam here in the 3rd inning. Ducks leading 1-0, both teams with a couple of hits in today's game. The 1-2 on the way is a breaking ball hit to short, diving stop by Lyons from the grass. He throws to first, dug out by Burrows, and he's out. Oh, what a play by Dan Lyons. Diving stop to his right, through from the grass all the way across to first, and on 1 hop, Sean Burrows digs it out to get the final out of the inning. Outstanding play by Dan Lyons, who continues to show why he was the Gold Glove Defensive Player of the Year last year. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left in scoring position for Bridgeport. We head to the 4th, Ducks leading 1-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. To the fourth inning we go. A tremendous stop by Dan Lyons and throw from the grass to retire Luis Hernandez has kept this game in favor of Long Island. And as we head to the fourth, it is time for today's fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Give you the question after the first pitch from RJ Hively to Sean Burrows. The former Bluefish first baseman will lead things off for Long Island. Hitting in the cleanup spot today with Nate Fryman getting the day off. First pitch on the way, and Burrows takes low and outside, ball one. Well, our question will revolve around Nate Fryman, who had 2 home runs here last night and drove in 4 runs to key the Ducks in their 7-1 win. 1-0. Burrows takes outside, and it's 2-0. It was his first multi-home run game since he was a member of the Oakland Athletics back in August 17th, 2014. Hit 2 home runs at Turner Field that night against the Atlanta Braves. Burrows takes low for ball 3. The question, which pitcher did he hit both home runs off of that was pitching for the Braves that night? It was a Sunday night baseball game down in Atlanta between the Athletics and the Braves. Which Braves pitcher gave up both of Nate Fryman's home runs that night? 3-0. There's a strike, knee high on the inside corner, 3-1. Burrows a ground out to first his first time up. So we'll let you think about him. We'll give you the answer in the bottom half of this fourth inning. The wind continues to howl here in Bridgeport. And the 3-ball, 1-strike pitch on the way to Burrows is off the outside corner, ball 4. So there's the Ducks' first walk of the day, our first Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. Well, these are two teams that don't walk much at all. Bridgeport coming into today with a league-low 33 walks drawn. The Ducks, third fewest in the league at 43. Leading the way are the Somerset Patriots, who have drawn 68 free passes. Cody Puckett to start to bat here with 1 on and 1 out. Checks the swing, but takes a breaking ball strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Puckett reached on the error by Luis Hernandez back in the second. Chopper to short. And Hernandez's throw went wide of Carlos Sosa at first. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Burrows takes his lead, and Puckett will swing and miss. Chased a slider sweeping down and away. So Puckett in a hole here, 0-2. Yesterday, as we mentioned, he was 0 for 4 after getting into a hot streak of late. Hit the ball in the air 3 times and then grounded into a double play. Here comes the 0-2. Hively gets set, kicks and fires, and Puckett takes down in the dirt. Good block by Castillo. Keeps Burrows at first, 1-2. Puckett had 2 hits and an RBI in the first game of this series. Also scored a run. Both of his hits were singles and was hit by a pitch. Now faces a 1-2. Hively gets set, kicks and fires, and Puckett checks his swing on a ball down in the dirt. A good block again by Castillo. They appeal to first. And Tyler Thurman, the first base umpire, says he did not go around. So that evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The block by Castillo keeping Burrows at first yet again. Puckett showing good plate discipline not to chase. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. One on, top of the fourth inning. The Ducks with a 1-0 lead. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Long look in for Hively. And now time is called. Waiting on deck, Dan Lyons for the Ducks, the shortstop and six-hitter for Long Island. Hively is now ready. And the 2-2. Breaking ball on the outside corner, a called strike 3. Good pitch from Hively, and Puckett laid off the pitch, and it just caught a piece of the corner. Second strikeout for the right-hander. And there's the first out of the fourth. That'll bring Dan Lyons to the plate from the right side.
Shortstop number 12, Dan Lyons.
Lyons a fly out to center field his first time up back in the second inning. Hively gets the sign and comes set. Burrows takes his lead at first, does not have great speed. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses low for ball 1. Lyons yesterday was 1 for 4 at the plate with a run scored, as one hit was a double to left field in the ninth inning off of his former teammate Eric Neeson. Third double of the year for Lyons, fourth extra base hit. 1-0. Chopped on the ground, foul, third base side. That will go off the facing of the Ducks dugout, and Long Island manager Kevin Baez will go retrieve the baseball and flip it to a young fan in the front row. Be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch from Hively to Lyons, righty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires, and Lyons swings, fouls this one off to the first base side, up and out of play. So now 1-2 on Lyons. Anthony Vega, who has driven in the only run of the game, waits on deck. Hively looks in for the sign from Castillo, gets the pitch he likes. Infield playing straight away. And the 1-2. Lyons lays off the pitch outside, goes off the glove of Castillo, but not far enough for Burrows to advance to second. So that will even things up at 2-2. These two teams will next meet May 24th through the 26th at Bethpage Ballpark, a week leading into Memorial Day weekend. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Burrows takes his lead, being held on by Sosa. Pitch on the way, and Lyons will swing and pop this one up in the air to shallow right center. Rodriguez, the second baseman, going out. The right fielder coming in, and now the center fielder, Sosa Jr., ends up making the catch. He essentially came out of nowhere to swoop in and make that grab. It was hit into that Bermuda Triangle area in right center field. Ramirez, Sosa Jr., and Rodriguez all converging, and it was Sosa Jr. who ends up coming down with it. So with 2 men out, and Burrows still at first with a leadoff walk, that will leave it up to Anthony Vega. Vega will dig in from the left-handed batter's box against the right-hander Hively. First pitch on the way, and Vega swings and fouls it off back behind the plate. Count is 0-1. First at bat, Vega pummeled the ball into the right center field gap for a triple. That scored Cody Puckett all the way from first base. For Vega, it was his second triple of the year and his third run batted in. 0-1 the count. Kicking the pitch on the way. Vega takes a fastball low and outside. That evens things at 1-1. A quiet crowd here on this Sunday afternoon with the 1:12 start. And the crowd has been kept quiet by the Ducks pitching so far. Darren Downs, the starter for Long Island. Hively has done well, though, for Bridgeport thus far. 1-1, a swing and a miss. Good fastball over the outside corner. Cut on and missed by Vega. So the count 1-2. And Hively 1 strike away from getting through the inning unscathed. Mike Dowd waits on deck, hoping to get an opportunity in the fourth inning. Here comes the 1-2. Hively kicks and fires, and Vega checks his swing at a breaking ball down low. They appeal. No swing, says Kurt Brennan, the third base umpire. So Vega has worked the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Vega, this is his first start of the series. First action of this series as well. After getting some action against the Barnstormers at home and picking up a walk-off single on Tuesday night. 2-2. Popped up foul back over our head and behind home plate. Out of play. So Vega fights off another tough pitch from Hively, who is now up to 60 pitches in this game. Here in the 4th inning, Ducks are making him work early on. Long Island certainly hoping that Darren Downs will be able to give them length today after they used 7 relief pitchers in yesterday's game in relief of Bruce Kern. 2-2. Vega takes the high fastball upstairs for ball 3. So now that will release Sean Burrows at first with a 3-ball, 2-strike count and 2 men out in the inning. And again, if Vega reaches, the catcher Mike Dowd will step up to the plate. So Burrows takes his lead. Sosa plays behind him at first. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Hively to Vega. And he will take upstairs ball 4. Fastball that Hively thought was at the belt, but it was a bit up high. Vega draws the walk. Second free pass of the inning. And another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins.
Catcher number 29.
Second walk of the game issued by Hively. It's the first time he has walked more than one batter in a game this year. So now with 2 on and 2 out, Mike Dowd will get an opportunity to try and extend this 1-0 Ducks lead. Right-hander gets set. And the first pitch on the way to the Ducks catcher. Takes a fastball in for a strike. Knee high, and it's 0-1. Dowd hit a ground ball to short back in the 2nd inning, and Anthony Vega tried to score on it, but was ruled that he was thrown out at home plate, denying Dowd, his 7th run batted in. Runners lead in the 0-1. Hively kicks and fires, and Dowd takes low and outside. Good eye from the Ducks catcher to even the count at 1-1. For Mike Dowd, 7 hits and 21 at-bats on the year. 6 RBIs and 5 runs scored. Has produced well offensively here in the early going for the Ducks, despite being known more for his defensive abilities. 1-1. That's down in the dirt. A good block by Castillo. Keeps the runners at first and second with 2 down. It's 2-1, and Hively having some trouble finding the strike zone in this inning. No action yet for the Bluefish down the right field line. Two ball, 1 strike pitch coming up. Hively gets the sign and comes set. Kicks and fires, and Dowd will swing and miss. Good cut at the fastball, but swings through it, and the count out 2-2. Dowd played in the first game of this series, was 2 for 3 at the plate for Long Island, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Was also hit by a pitch. He has been hitting the ball very well for Long Island. And trying to come up big here with 2 outs and 2 on in the 4th. 2-2 from Hively on the way, and Dowd will swing and foul this one back to the screen behind home plate. Good cut. Keeps the at-bat alive. And we will do it once again at 2-2. Bluefish trying to encourage their fans to make some noise here with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the 4th. And what has been a quiet crowd thus far. Here comes another 2-2 from Hively to Dowd. Righty-righty matchup. Long looking for the sign and now wants to go through the signs again with Castillo. So he's going through them again. Now he is ready to go. And the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch coming. Kicks and fires, and Dowd will swing and miss for strike 3. Chase the ball down in the dirt. Tag applied by Castillo. 3rd strikeout of the game for Hively, and the Ducks leave a couple on base. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 4th, with the Ducks still clinging to a 1-0 lead over the Bluefish.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Darren Downs, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time. Beautiful evening for baseball. Big action every time. He reaches up, it's gone! Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
To the bottom of the fourth inning, where the Ducks still lead 1-0 over the Bridgeport Bluefish. It is time for the answer to today's fourth inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question in the top half of the fourth inning. Nate Fryman, who last night hit 2 home runs for the Ducks. First pitch on the way is up and away for ball one from Darren Downs to Luis Rodriguez. It was his first multi-home run game since 2014, specifically August 17th, 2014. As Downs misses again outside for ball number 2. That day, he hit 2 as a member of the Oakland Athletics off of an Atlanta Braves pitcher at Turner Field in Atlanta, Georgia. The question: which Atlanta Braves pitcher gave up both home runs? 2-0. There's a fastball strike. 2-1. The answer was Mike Minor, who allowed both home runs to Nate Fryman. They were both solo home runs. The first coming in the second inning, and the second one in the 7th inning. That was a big day for Nate Fryman. 2 blasts, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Breaking ball taken low and in from Rodriguez, who is now ahead in the count 3-1. He had singled in his first at bat back in the opening inning. Minor, though, ended up getting the win when the Braves won 4-3. John Lester took the loss for the Athletics that day, and Craig Kimbrell picked up the save. Here's the 3-1. Rodriguez takes it, misses low, ball 4. So a walk, the first of the game issued by Downs. And that allows Rodriguez to reach to open up the fourth inning. First time the Bluefish have had the leadoff man on today. Downs had given up just 2 hits before that. So Rodriguez is on. And that will bring up the DH, Jose Cuevas, who will bat from the right side. Fryman now hitting .381 to start off his Ducks career, 8 for 21. With a double and 2 homers, he has driven in 4, scored 5, and drawn 2 walks. First pitch, Downs missing again outside with the breaking ball. Downs has terrific stuff for the Ducks. The only thing that tends to get him in trouble from time to time is a little bit of wildness at the plate. A couple times he will start to struggle to find the strike zone. Has walked 9 in the last 2 games entering today. Here a pop-up, foul territory first base side. Sean Burrows in front of the Bluefish dugout, reaches up and makes the catch on the warning track. Nice grab by Sean Burrows as he retires Jose Cuevas for the first out of the fourth. Cuevas now 0 for 2. So 1 away for Bridgeport and 1 on, and that'll bring up the right fielder Wilkin Ramirez, batting in the 5th spot today.
Right fielder, number 22, Wilkin Ramirez.
Ducks on an 8-game winning streak coming into today and looking to make it 9 in a row and 3 straight series sweeps. First pitch to Ramirez is a breaking ball cut on and missed over the inside part of the plate. It's 0-1. Ramirez a ground out to short his first time up, back in inning number 2. Here's the 0-1. That's up and inside, taken for ball number 1. Train rolls across again above the wall and right, heading towards New York City. Metro North train this time as a 1-1 coming from Downs to Ramirez. They'll actually throw over to first to check on the runner. Just saw a ferry a few minutes ago that headed out from the harbor here in Bridgeport, heading out to Long Island. 1-1. Swinging a ground ball at the third baseline, just foul. Ramirez trying for a double that would tie the game. He just missed to the left of the chalk. Now 1-2 on the Bluefish right fielder. Ducks took the ferry across the Sound up here to Bridgeport on Friday before beginning the series that night. Downs with a 1-2 count. His pitch on the way to Wilkin Ramirez is a fastball that missed low and inside. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ramirez to be followed by Josh Vitters as long as he does not hit into a double play. Puckett shaded up the middle near second. On the 2-2. Fastball down in the dirt, and it hits Ramirez. Bounced in the dirt and then caught him, it looked like on the foot. He says he's okay, though, and will head to first, shooing away Erica Ventura, the trainer. So down to the walk and a hit batter in this inning. And now 2 on with 1 out for Bridgeport, and Josh Vitters coming to the plate. So safe at first is Ramirez on that hit by pitch. He is bent over at first base. Sean Burrows checking on him to make sure he is okay as well. So 2 on, 1 out. First pitch coming up to Vitters, and he'll swing and lift this one down the right field line. Well hit, but this will hook foul to the base of those train tracks down the right field line near the Two Roads Beer Garden. Count 0-1 on Vitters, who struck out looking in the second inning. 1 of 2 strikeouts on the day for Downs. Here comes an 0-1. Deals to the plate. That fastball missed down and in. Good block by Dowd. And that will even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Downs approaching the 50 pitch mark. Next one, I believe, will be number 46 for him. He's currently at 45 pitches, 26 for strikes. So not throwing as many strikes as he would like. That'll be a 1-1 on the way to the righty swinging Vitters. Long looking for the sign. Now he's ready. Looks to second. And the 1-1. Down in the dirt again. Dowd has to make the block. And it's 2 balls and a strike on the Bluefish third baseman. We talked about the walks. The one thing Downs looking to improve upon. Walked only 2 in 5 innings, his first outing of the year at Somerset on April 22nd, but walked 5 in 4 2/3 innings at New Britain on the 27th of April, and then 4 in 6 innings on Tuesday against Lancaster. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Kicks and deals. Vitters lays off the breaking ball and misses up and away. It's ball 3. And Downs 1 pitch away out of the strike zone from putting 3 on without a hit here in this 4th inning. The runner at second, Rodriguez. The runner at first is Ramirez. And the 3-1 on the way from Downs is outside, ball 4 on a fastball. So Darren Downs has walked 2 in the inning. He has hit a batter, and the bases are now loaded for Bridgeport with only 1 out. And that is going to bring Marty Jansen out of the dugout to try and settle down his left-hander, who has again lost the strike zone in this 4th inning. Some days Darren Downs looks virtually unhittable. A former major leaguer who has terrific stuff, a good hard fastball and a nice breaking ball, along with a good changeup. But at times he loses his ability to find the strike zone, and it could lead to some bigger innings for opponents. When he faced Bridgeport in spring training at Bethpage Ballpark, pitched 3 innings in relief of John Brownell on the Saturday of spring training, the 16th, I believe it was. It was Fan Fest that day. And he was giving up more hits that day than he was walks. He had allowed 5 runs on 7 hits in his 3 innings. A rare day where he was getting hit around more so than he was just having trouble finding the strike zone, but that's typically what ends up being a bit of an issue. And here Carlos Sosa swings and misses out in front of a good curveball from Downs. The count 0-1. So now the Ducks left-hander looking for the ground ball to try and turn 2 and get out of the inning. 1 out, bases loaded with Bluefish. Sosa, who lined out hard to first his first time up, and he waves at a pitch again, low and away. And so he is now behind at 0-2. He'll take the strikeout, of course. Downs will take the strikeout. Luis Nunez waiting in the on-deck circle. And now the 0-2 on the way to Sosa. Down in the dirt, good. Blocked by Mike Dowd, keeping it in front of him at home plate and keeping the runners put at every base. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Sosa. He's now 6 of 21 on the year. This is his first start. Yesterday came in as a pinch hitter in the 9th inning and picked up a single against Nick Struck. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Downs, and just getting a piece with Sosa as he fouls it off. It's way out in front of him again, but just got a little bit of it to stay alive. Keeps the count at 2-2. Rodriguez at third, Ramirez at second, Vitters at first with 1 out. 2-2 from Downs on the way, and Sosa takes a fastball that just missed the outside corner. Downs thought he might have had strike 3, but he just missed, and now with a full count. Now they say 2-2 still. Kicks and deals to the plate, and this one down in the dirt blocked. It was 2-2, my mistake, so now it is 3-2, and again, Downs having trouble locating after getting ahead in the count on Sosa, and now with a count of 3-2. 1 more miss from Downs will force home the tying run. Got to challenge these Bluefish hitters here. They have not been hitting well all series. The Ducks have not been striking out a ton of hitters too. They have been pitching to contact and getting success. 3-2, breaking ball is fouled off third base side, out of play. Good job by Sosa to get a piece and stay alive. So we will do it once again with the count full. The runners lead from every base. Ducks are starting to get some action going in their bullpen down the left field line. 3-2. Sosa fouls it off again back to the screen. So we'll do it once again at 3 balls and 2 strikes here with 1 out. And the base is full, bottom of the 4th inning. Ducks have led since the 2nd, and Bridgeport threatening to tie the game here, if not take the lead. Payoff from Downs once again, and Sosa hits a ground ball to second. Cody Puckett is there, goes to short for 1, on to first, not in time. They say Sosa just beat it out. So a 4-6 fielder's choice off the bat of Sosa and RBI, and we are tied at 1 apiece. Sosa just beat it out at first, wasn't hit hard enough, and for Cody Puckett at second had to field it, turn and throw to short. Lyons then had to relay it to first, and it was close, but just a bit late. So the run scores. That was Luis Antonio Rodriguez. Gives Sosa his first RBI of the season. Ramirez moves to third. And now it's first and third with 2 men out for Luis Nunez. Righty batter against the lefty pitcher. First pitch from Downs, and Nunez lines this one into shallow left. On the run, Vega will have to play it on a hop. It's a base hit for Nunez. In to score from third is Ramirez. A walk and a hit by pitch has come back to bite Darren Downs, and the Bluefish with their first lead of the game as they go in front 2-1. So Nunez comes through with the 2-out RBI single after Sosa beats out the fielder's choice. For Nunez, his 5th run batted in of the year. Ramirez scoring from third. Now the 7th batter of the inning coming to the plate is Jeffrey Castillo, the 9-hitter and catcher. First pitch on the way, and that's a half swing and a pitch over the outside corner. He went around. And the count 0-1. Frank DiGiulio Jr. is the man warming for the Ducks down the left field line, starting to get loose with Downs having trouble with the strike zone this inning. Next pitch will be number 60 for Downs. Cruised through the first 3 innings, but here 2 walks and a hit by pitch. And now a fielder's choice ground out and an RBI single have produced 2 runs. 0-1. Breaking ball just missed the outside corner about knee high. Now we're leaving up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Castillo a double to center field his first time up in the 3rd inning over the head of Delta Cleary Jr. 1-1. Chopped on the ground up the third baseline foul. Goes into the Ducks dugout. So they count at 1-2 on Castillo, and Downs a strike away from getting out of the inning. It's amazing how this game could be a game of inches. Sosa just beating out that potential double play ground ball to Puckett. Had he been out, inning would have been over, nothing would have scored. Instead, now 2 runs have scored. Runners going here, pitches up high for a ball. The throw to third base is not in time. Oh, Matt Wessinger can't believe it. And it looked like he was out at third. Kevin Baez will come out of the dugout to argue. Downs is shooing away Wessinger, and now Baez will argue with Kurt Brennan, the third base umpire. Mike Dowd made a perfect throw to third base, and it looked like Wessinger had slapped the tag down on Carlos Sosa running to third. Brennan said no. Now the Ducks once again having a disagreement with this 3-man umpiring crew, of which they have had many disagreements over the course of this 3-game series. The runner from first did not go, so instead it's just a stolen base for Sosa, his first of the year. And Dowd surely is frustrated with that. He thought he made a perfect throw, and he did. Not even a question. It was a right on the money throw. And Wessinger got there, slapped the tag down on Sosa. Kurt Brennan saying that Sosa's foot got in just ahead of the tag, so now 2-2. And again, game of inches. Just got in ahead of the tag. And so now the inning will continue. It'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Castillo. Downs comes set. And his 2-2 pitch. Castillo takes down in the dirt. Another good block by Dowd, who has had to do a ton of work behind the plate this inning, blocking pitches down low from Downs, who is now in danger of walking his 3rd batter of the inning. So it'll be a 3-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up from Downs to Castillo. Pitch on the way. Castillo, it's a high fly ball in the air to left center field. Vega and Cleary Jr. racing into the gap, and it's Cleary Jr. who will make the running catch to retire Castillo for the final out of this 4th inning. However, the Bluefish take the lead. They get 2 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, 2 walks and a hit batter. No errors, and Bridgeport leaves 2 on base. 4 complete now here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, and it's the Bluefish leading the Ducks 2-1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the exclusive Trout Town Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trout Town Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience awaits. Ducks fans, chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. So we go to the 5th. Ducks are trailing now for the first time in this series. They've gone behind 2-1. And the first pitch here is a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Matt Wessinger. Third baseman and 9-hitter for the Ducks, who struck out his first time up against R.J. Hively. Here's the 0-1. Pitch on the way, and Wessinger, it's a high fly ball to right center field. Sosa Jr. over into the gap, gives way to the right fielder Wilkin Ramirez, who will make the catch. And Wessinger retired for the first out here in the top half, of the fifth inning. So the Ducks led or were tied in each of the first 2 games of this series. They led 1-0 since the second inning, but Bridgeport picks up 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning on just 1 hit in the inning, as Downs had trouble locating in that bottom of the 4th. Here's Lentini to the plate. First pitch to him is a fastball in for a strike, in the count 0-1. Lentini has grounded out to short both times he has come up to the plate tonight. Or I should say today. 0-1. Chops this one on the ground foul to the third base side, and quickly behind it, 0-2. Lentini last night for the Ducks was 1 for 4 at the plate. Scored twice. Once after singling in the 6th, once after walking in the 9th. Also picked up his 6th stolen base of the year. Hively steps off the rubber, wants to go through the signs again with Lentini. Oh-2 from Hively. Lentini a half swing at a ball down in the dirt. They appeal to first. No swing, says Tyler Thurmond. That was close. Lentini able to hold up, though. Came into the game hitting .306 on the year, 10 RBIs and 10 runs scored. Here's the 1-2. Lifted in the air. Foul territory down the right field line. The first baseman, Carlos Sosa, makes the catch in foul ground. So Lentini is retired for the second out of the 5th. Since taking that lead in the second, Ducks almost took a 2-0 lead that inning, but it was ruled that Vega was thrown out at home plate on the grounder to short from Mike Dowd. Ducks disagreed with that call. And then in the 4th, a leadoff walk to Burrows, a 2-out walk to Vega, but Dowd struck out swinging to end that threat. Here's Cleary Jr. to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. And the first pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Single to left back in the first inning, a fly out to right in the 3rd. Here comes the 1-0 from Hively. Kicks and fires, and Cleary Jr. takes upstairs, ball 2. Last night, Cleary Jr. struck out in his first 2 at-bats. A reach on a bunt single in the 6th, single to right and scored in the 8th, and then lifted a 2-run double down the right field line off of Eric Neeson in the 9th. 2-0. Swings and taps one weakly here back to Hively. Had it bounce and hit off his chest. He recovers, though, and his underhand flip to first is not in time. It was off target, and it pulled Carlos Sosa off the bag at first. So Cleary Jr. beats it out, safe at first base on what will be the second error of the game for Bridgeport. And the Ducks have life here in the 5th inning with a runner at first base, 2 outs, and Lou Ford will come up to the plate. So that will be an error on the pitcher, R.J. Hively. His underhand flip, he had enough time to get him out, but his flip to first was a bit upstairs, and it pulled Carlos Sosa off the bag. So Cleary Jr. able to reach. Here is Ford to the plate with 2 men out. First pitch from Hively. Cleary Jr. goes. Pitch misses low and inside. The throw to second, not in time. So Cleary Jr. going right away, and he is able to steal second, his 3rd steal in 3 attempts this year. And I was literally just about to say, would not be surprised if Kevin Mize puts Cleary Jr. in motion to try and get him in a scoring position with Lou Ford at the plate, trying to tie this ball game up. Ford 0 for 2 in this game, a fielder's choice ground out in the 1st and a ground out to short in the 3rd. Here's the 1-0. Hively looks to second, deals to the plate, and Ford swings and rips one deep down the left field line, heading back towards the pole. It's going to go foul. Ford crushed it down the left field line. Would have been a home run, but hooked to the left of the pole and out onto the plaza by Webster Bank Arena. And so now the count even at 1-1. Good swing from Ford, was right on that pitch, but just a hair out in front, and that is why it hooked foul. So now 1-1. Hively gets set, deals to the plate. Ford takes low in the dirt. Good block there at the plate by Jeffrey Castillo, who's doing a fine job behind the plate here today, with many pitches down in the dirt from Hively. So the count is now 2-1 on Ford. Ducks trailing 2-1, being out hit 3-2 in this game. Bridgeport has made 2 errors this afternoon. Long Island looking to respond right away and get the lead back with a 2-out rally against Hively and take advantage of the error. Here's his 2-1. Gets set at the chest. Kicks and fires, and Ford will swing and lift this one foul. First base side, it'll go up and out of play. That will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Ducks' designated hitter. If Ford reaches Sean Burrows, will be next for Long Island. And again, the Ducks will have a day off tomorrow before they return home. Bridgeport will also have the day off and then face the Sugarland Skeeters on the road starting Tuesday. Already their second trip down to Texas. 2-2. Breaking ball taken low. Good eye by Ford. That runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Sean Burrows will be next. Burrows 0 for 1 with a walk in this game. And Hively already over 80 pitches here this afternoon. He is at 82. And just 49 of them for strikes. So both he and Downs having some location issues in this game. Hively has walked 2, Downs the same. Cleary Jr. leads at second. The 3-2 is a breaking ball in for a called strike 3. He froze Lou Ford, who was looking fastball, got the breaking ball. Fourth strikeout for Hively. The side retired in the 5th. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left for the Ducks, who have left 5 on base halfway through, and the Bluefish lead 2-1.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. The Bluefish holding a 2-1 lead over the Ducks here in the series finale at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Darren Downs, after a rough 4th inning, goes back to the mound to begin his 5th inning of work and will face Ruben Sosa Jr. leading things off. Will be followed by Luis Hernandez, Luis Rodriguez, top 3 in the order. And Downs misses outside for ball 1 on the first pitch of this bottom of the 5th inning. Get you some out-of-town scoreboard updates as well to get you caught up around the Atlantic League. Line drive to right field here for Hernandez. Lantini races back and will make the running catch. First out of the inning, as Hernandez is now, Sosa Jr. is now 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. That'll bring up Luis Hernandez. They're in the top of the 2nd in Waldorf, Maryland. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, York Revolution are tied up at 1 apiece. Sean Garceau, the former Duck, starting for Southern Maryland. Micah Owings starting for the York Revolution. First pitch, Hernandez thought about bunting, ends up taking a strike, 0-1. Jason Repko has driven in the run for York. Meanwhile, Eric Garcia has driven in the run thus far for Southern Maryland. 1-1 game, top of inning number 2. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. Just missed inside to Hernandez, who was 0 for 2 with a foul pop out to the catcher and a ground out to short. So it'll be a 1-1 from Downs. Infield shifted here to the left side. Shortstop Lyons playing closer to third than second. On the 1-1. Popped up in the air, foul down the right field line, drifting out of play. And now 1-2. Barnstormers have a 1-0 lead over the Bees, top of the third inning in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Josh Outman, the starter today for Bridgeport. J.D. Martin going for the Barnstormers, who have an RBI thus far from Josh Bell. First game of that series postponed due to inclement weather. The 1-2 ripped on the ground here to short. Dan Lyons to his left will gobble it up. And he throws over to first in time to retire Hernandez. 2 away in the 5th, and that will leave it up to the second baseman, Luis Rodriguez. At 3:05 Eastern time, they'll get underway down in Sugar Land, Texas. Skeeters trying to sweep the Patriots. Barrett Lukes, who has gotten off to a good start for the Skeeters, will take the mound for Sugar Land. He'll be opposed by Mickey Story of the Patriots. And if Somerset loses today and the Ducks win, Somerset can come to town on Tuesday, just 3 games ahead of the Ducks in the Liberty Division standings. A big series between the two teams, though it is still very early. First pitch to Luis Rodriguez, misses low, and the count 1-0. Rodriguez, a single, a walk, and a run scored in his 2 trips to the plate thus far. 1-0 from Downs. Kicks and fires. Rodriguez swings, fouls this off. Back behind the plate. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Yankees and Red Sox tonight at 8:05 under the lights in Yankee Stadium. Stephen Wright will go for the Red Sox at 2-3 on the year. And Luis Severino 0-4 for the Yankees, trying to get on the winning track this year. 1-1 from Downs. Rodriguez swings, chops this one on the ground up the third base line. Backhanded by Wessinger in fair territory. The long throw is in time. Good play by Matt Wessinger. Races in, makes the play on the backhand, and the off-balance throw to first. Right on target. Good inning for Downs. A strong bounce-back inning as he retires the Bluefish in order 1-2-3. We head to the 6th. Ducks and the Bluefish are tied at, the Bluefish lead 2-1.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks got 2 home runs last night from Nate Fryman, up to 5 now on the season. Lou Ford just missed one last inning that would have put the Ducks on top 3-2. Instead, he ends up striking out looking. And this game of inches continuing on both sides. Bluefish getting 2 of their runs on a couple of plays that they were able to beat out by inches. Specifically the Carlos Sosa double play ball that he just beat out at first. 0-1 the count here on Burrows, who has grounded to first and walked in his 2 trips to the plate this afternoon. 0-1. Swinging a tapper up the first baseline. This will go foul. And now we've got action in both bullpens. Frank DiGiulio Jr. going for the Ducks. And it looks like a left-hander going for Bridgeport appears to be Brian Moran, who we saw here 2 nights ago. 0-2 the count on Burrows. Hively winds, fires, and Burrows swings, taps this one past the mound toward short. Charging in is Hernandez. Fields on the backhand, juggles it. He'll have no play. I think Burrows would have beaten it out anyway, so that will likely be the 3rd hit for the Ducks. Indeed it is. And for Sean Burrows, it's his 1st hit of the ball game. And by the way, he has reached base now in 12 consecutive games for Long Island, the longest on-base streak by a Duck this year. He's been on in all but 1 game that he has played this season. So the Ducks get the leadoff man on here in the 6th. That will bring Cody Puckett to the plate from the right side. He is 0 for 2, but has scored a run here today. The lone run for the Ducks back in the 2nd inning. First pitch coming from Hively. Kicks and fires, and Puckett will take a fastball downstairs for ball 1. One thing we have seen from the Ducks this year, especially of late, they have a penchant of scoring runs late in games. Yesterday, only 1 run over the first 5 innings, but then they scored a total of 6 runs over the final 4. 1-0. And Puckett swings, taps this one on the ground, foul to the Ducks dugout, 3rd base side. That will even things up at 1-1. Ducks scored 2 in the 9th inning here on Friday night, turning a 3-1 game into a 5-1 lead. In the 7-inning games on Thursday, they scored their lone run in game 1 in the 7th inning, and they scored 3 runs combined in the 5th and 6th innings of game 2. 1-1 is down in the dirt, blocked for a ball. And then the walk-off win over Lancaster on Tuesday. They scored all 3 of their runs in the 8th and 9th. So Long Island often will start out of the gate slow in a game, but will turn things on late. And the Ducks hoping they will be able to do that again here today, trailing 2-1, top of the 6th inning in Bridgeport. Burrows leads at first, nobody out. Here's the 2-1 from Hively to Puckett. He'll take a breaking ball low and inside, just missed below the knees. Now ahead 3-1, and a walk here would put 2 on with nobody out for Dan Lyons, so you'd have to think would try and bunt over the 2 runners, though you do have Vega and Dowd behind him. So we will see. First Puckett has to reach. Good hitters count here at 3-1. Hively kicks and fires, and Puckett takes a breaking ball on the inside corner, a called strike. Good pitch there from Hively. That runs the count full at 3-2. And we'll see with the full count if Kevin Baez puts Burrows in motion. So Burrows will take his lead at first. Getting the sign is Hively and coming set. There goes the runner. The 3-2 is swung on and fouled. First base side, upstairs and out of play. So we will do it once again with the full count. With DiGiulio Jr. warming down the left field line, we wonder if Darren Downs is complete after 5 innings today. Ultimately, has only given up the 2 runs on 3 hits, so he's pitched somewhat well, but had that 1 inning where he had trouble locating. So Burrows will take his lead again at first. Hively comes set. Runner goes to 3-2. Puckett swings, ground ball to the left side. The shortstop Hernandez fields. He goes to second, 1 onto first. Not in time. Puckett beats it out. So Sean Burrows is retired at second on the 6-4 fielder's choice. And even with him going, he was unable to beat it out at second. So the putout goes 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Puckett safe at first, but he's now 0 for 3 in the game. And that will bring Dan Lyons to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. Lyons today, a pair of flyouts to center field. Looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Each side has 3. And Hively will fake a throw over to first, keeping an eye on Puckett. Puckett has decent speed, but you just often do not see him running, trying to steal bases. Hively's first pitch to Dan Lyons coming up. And Lions will take a breaking ball at the knees for a called strike over the inside corner, 0-1. Mets will be in action at 4:40 this afternoon out in San Diego, trying to salvage a series split. Matt Harvey going for the Mets at 2-4 on the year. Andrew Kashner will go for San Diego. He is 2-2. Everybody raving about as Lions grounds this one to the left side. Backhanded stop by Hernandez. Goes to second. Not in time. Puckett beat it out at second base. So Dan Lyons will be safe at first on the infield single, his first hit of the game. And the Ducks with 2 on and 1 out for Anthony Vega. Close play there at second. Luis Rodriguez coming out of the dugout here. And I think this might be all for R.J. Hively, with the left-hander Moran warming in the bullpen and Anthony Vega, a left-handed hitter, about to come to the plate. We'll see if Rodriguez makes the switch and sets up a lefty-lefty matchup. Again, it was Vega with the RBI triple earlier in this game back in the second that gave the Ducks a 1-0 lead. And it's going to keep Hively in here. So Rodriguez has the quick conversation and heads back to the dugout. So R.J. Hively will stay in to face Anthony Vega, who has been on base twice against the right-hander today. A triple, as we mentioned, that drove in a run in the second. He drew a walk in the fourth. And here trying to give the Ducks their second run of the game at least and tie up the ball game at 2. Puckett at second, Lyons at first. Good speed on for the Ducks. First pitch on the way from R.J. Hively. Kicks and fires, and Vega will take outside ball 1. As I was saying before the Lions hit, everybody raving about the home run yesterday hit by Bartolo Colon for the Mets out in San Diego. It was all the rage all over the internet last night. And the Mets fans out in San Diego went nuts when he hit it. The 1-0. Vega swings a ground ball foul first base side. That evens things up at 1-1. Big game for the Islanders today down in Tampa, Florida, 3 o'clock p.m. Game 5 of their second round series with the Tampa Bay Lightning. A win means Game 6 at the Barclays Center on Tuesday night. A loss means their season comes to a close. Here comes the 1-1. Hively looks to second. Deals to the plate, and Vega takes outside and gets past the catcher Castillo. That will allow the runners to move up. So a wild pitch from R.J. Hively allows Puckett to make his way to third, Lyons to second. And now a fly ball from Vega could tie this game. You don't need the hit to tie it up. And a base hit could give the Ducks the lead back. So the count 2-1 on the Ducks left fielder. Again, has been on base twice today. The left-hander Moran continues to warm in the bullpen for Bridgeport. It'll be a 2-ball, 1-strike pitch coming from Hively to Vega. Time called here by Vega as Hively was taking a long time to deal that pitch. He's had 98 pitches for this game, 60 for strikes. Now he gets the pitch he likes. And it's 2-1 on the way to Vega. Kicks and fires. Vega will take a breaking ball low and outside, ball 3. First base is open. And a walk to Vega would bring up the catcher, Mike Dowd. The 8-hitter waits on deck for the Ducks. Good hitters count here for Vega. We'll see if he gets the green light. 3-1. Runners lead from second and third. The infield in all the way around. The 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball low and inside, ball 4. So Anthony Vega draws his second walk of the game. The third free pass issued by R.J. Hively. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. And now the Ducks have the bases full with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And up to the plate steps Mike Dowd, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to tie this game or give the Ducks the lead. Puckett at third, Lyons at second, Vega at first. Good speed all the way around. First pitch on the way, and Dowd will take a fastball low from Hively, and that is ball 1. It seems as though the right-hander, who is now at 100 pitches today, having trouble finding the strike zone a little bit here in this inning. Ducks have not hit a ball to the outfield yet, but they have 3 runners on base. Here comes a 1-0 to Mike Dowd. Pitch on the way, and Dowd will take a fastball strike over the inside corner at 1-1. Good pitch that time from the Bluefish right-hander. Able to paint the inside corner against Dowd, who grounded into a fielder's choice in the second. That got Vega thrown out at home plate, and a strikeout in the 4th inning. Here comes a 1-1. Getting the sign and coming set is Hively. Kicks and deals, and Dowd will swing and foul this one back behind the plate. A little bit out in front, trying to chase the pitch outside. So now the count goes to 1-2 on Mike Dowd. Matt Wessinger waiting in the on-deck circle for the Ducks. Looking in for the sign, Hively. Castillo putting them down. Hively now gets the pitch he likes. And his 1-2 pitch to Mike Dowd is swung on and lifted foul down the right field line. A late swing from Dowd, but he got enough to keep it alive. And we'll do it once again. Out of ball and 2 strikes. Very slow-moving game here on this Sunday afternoon. The Ducks, with 2 infield singles, a fielder's choice ground ball, and a walk in this inning, have loaded up the bases with 1 out, trying to at least tie this game, in which they trail 2-1. The 1-2 pitch to Dowd is swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Should be deep enough to get the run home. Going back is Wilkin Ramirez on the warning track. It goes off his glove and falls on the warning track. Puckett will score. Lions around third. He will score. The throw to the plate is not in time. And moving up on the throw home are Vega and Dowd. So the Ducks are able to take a 3-2 lead on Dowd's fly ball to right. That went in and out of the glove of Ramirez, and Long Island back on top by a run. That will be the 3rd error of the ball game. Dowd hit it well the opposite way. It was going to be plenty deep enough to get Puckett home from third. And the right fielder, Ramirez, just could not come down with it. It went in and out of his glove. Both Puckett and Lyons were able to score on the play. Again, they had a hold up, so that's why the play was close at the plate. And then when the throw came home, Vega went to third, and Dowd with the heads-up base running went to second. We'll have a pitching change here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard as the Ducks lead it 3-2 over the Bluefish.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on Earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Mike Dowd has given the Ducks a 3-2 lead with his fly ball to right. That was dropped by Wilkin Ramirez, allowing 2 runs to score. And on the throw home, the runners move up. So Long Island was second and third, 1 out. Moran, the new pitcher, and it is Matt Wessinger at the plate. The infield still in all the way around for Bridgeport. First pitch, Wessinger squares to bunt, and he pulls back and takes the ball outside. It's 1-0. The official ruling on the play, it's a sac fly and an RBI for Dowd to right field. The run would have scored anyway from third base, so that's why Dowd gets credit for his 7th RBI of the year, and the sac fly does not affect his batting average, and the E9 in addition to that for Wilkin Ramirez. So 2 runs scoring, and then the runners moving up on the throw. It'll be a 1-0 here to Wessinger, who was 0 for 2 in the game with a strikeout and a flyout. 1-0. Takes a fastball up high from Moran. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Moran on the year for Bridgeport. Coming into today's game, 4 appearances, no record, a 2.84 ERA. He's allowed 2 runs on 8 hits and 6 1/3 innings with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. Good hitters count here at 2-0, and Wessinger takes outside again from Moran. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Another walk would load up the bases for Phelan Lentini. The error is the 3rd of the game for Bridgeport, and despite having 2 errors coming into the inning, they were leading 2-1. But like they did in the 6th inning yesterday, the Ducks putting up at least 1 on the scoreboard. They've gotten 2 here. Wessinger takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Taking all the way there at 3-0. Vega leads from 3rd, down from 2nd with 1 out. And the 3-1 from Moran. Wessinger takes up an outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Bluefish pitching. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. And so now the bases reloaded for Long Island. And Phelan Lentini will come to the plate looking for his first hit of the ball game. Ducks as a team with a .500 batting average coming into today with the bases loaded, 16 runs batted in those situations. Lentini is 2 for 4 with 6 RBIs with the bases loaded. And trying to drive in some more runs here and widen this Ducks lead. First pitch, takes down in the dirt. Scooped out by Castillo for ball 1. So Moran having trouble throwing strikes coming out of the bullpen. In relief of Hively, who goes 5 1/3 innings today. We'll give you his final line once it's complete. He is still responsible for both Vega and Dowd. 1-0. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. It's over the outer half of the plate in the count 1-1. So Wessinger drawing his 4th walk of the year. Lentini has grounded to short twice and popped out foul to first. Fly ball here with Vega's speed should get another run home. The 1-1. Swinging a ground ball left side. Past the drawn in infield and a left base hit. Vega scores. Dowd scores. It's a 2-run single to left for Phelan Lentini through the drawn in infield, and the Ducks lead is 5-2 in the 6th. Just what the doctor ordered for Lentini after starting the game 0 for 3. Hits a ground ball to the left side, right in between 3rd and short. It deflected off the glove of the shortstop, Hernandez, trying to dive to his right and make the play. But with the infield in all the way around, it cut off the run at the plate. Does not work. 2-run score. Give Lentini his team leading 11th and 12th runs batted into the year. And now 2 on with 1 out for Delta Cleary Jr., the 8th man to hit in this inning. Takes the breaking ball low and outside, and they count 1-0. Cleary Jr. is 1 for 3 in this game. Singled in the 1st, reached on an error in the 5th, and stole 2nd in that inning. Be it 1-0 pitch on the way. Chopped on the ground here, weakly to short. Charging in Hernandez, he fields. He's going to throw to first in time for the out. So Cleary Jr. retired on the grounder to short. Lentini moves to 2nd on the chopper. And Wessinger goes to 3rd. And so now the Ducks with runners at 2nd and 3rd. And 2 men out. Now we'll leave it up to the DH Lou Ford as the Ducks have batted around in the 6th inning. So here is Ford from the right side today, 0 for 3. A base hit would make this a 7-2 ball game. Frank DiGiulio Jr. continuing to warm up down the left field line, so I have to think that Darren Downs' day is done after 5 innings, and Kevin Baez will try and get the final 12 outs from his bullpen. First pitch to Ford. Fastball misses low. And the count 1-0. Ford, ground ball into a fielder's choice in the 1st. A tremendous diving stop by Bitters. Robbed Ford of a hit. Since then, he has grounded to short in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 5th with a runner at 2nd base and 2 out. Wessinger, the runner at third. Lentini, the runner at second. Lentini with the better speed. The 1-0. Ford lifts this one high in the air to right. Drifting back is Wilkin Ramirez. This time he's able to make the catch. And the side retired in the 6th. But the Ducks bat around. They send 9 men to the plate and score 4 runs in the inning on 3 hits. 1 big error, and they leave 2 on base. We will head to the 7th here at to the bottom of the 6th, excuse me, here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Ducks leading 5-2.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Dowd, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4 runs in the top of the inning for the Ducks on Mike Dowd's fly ball to right that was dropped by Wilkin Ramirez. That scored both Puckett and Lyons. And then Phelan Lentini with the bases loaded, a 2-run single to left through the drawn-in infield. And that put the Ducks on top 5-2. Darren Downs' day is done. After 5 innings of 2-run baseball, he has been replaced by Frank DiGiulio Jr. So a new pitcher is in for the Ducks. And he will face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the order: Jose Cuevas, Wilkin Ramirez, and Josh Vitters. So the Ducks rally back after falling behind. They take the 5-2 lead, and Kevin Bias has turned it over to his bullpen here to try and get the final 12 outs. First pitch to Cuevas. It's a fastball that misses low and outside for ball 1. DiGiulio Jr. was warming up for a while there in that top half of the 6th inning as the Ducks batted around in the order. Here's the 1-0. Kicks and fires, and Cuevas takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. DiGiulio Jr. ends up getting credit for the win yesterday. He came in with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 5th inning in relief of Patrick Kreider and induced the man at the plate, Jose Cuevas, to pop out and leave the bases loaded in what was a 1-1 game at the time. 1-1. Cuevas rips this one foul down the left field line. Good hard swing, but fouls it off, and it's 1-2. And the Ducks ended up going on to score a run in inning number 6 and held that lead from that point on to win the game 7-1. Here's the 1-2, and Cuevas swings and misses strike 3. A slider over the outside corner. Foul tipped into the glove of Dowd. First strikeout for DiGiulio Jr. And there's one away. So the final line on R.J. Hively for Bridgeport, who is now in line for the loss, goes 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits and 5 runs, 3 of which were earned. Walked 3 batters, struck out 4, and threw a wild pitch. 2 of those runs unearned due to errors. 3 Bluefish errors here today. Wilkin Ramirez at the plate takes upstairs for ball 1 from DiGiulio Jr. Meanwhile, for Darren Downs, his final line, 5 innings of work, gives up 3 hits and 2 runs, both of which were earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. and hit one batter. 1-0. That breaking ball in for a called strike. The count 1-1 on Ramirez, who was hit by the pitch from Downs in the fourth. A ball that went down in the dirt and then caught him on the leg. And grounded to short his first time up in the second. DeGiulio Jr.'s 1-1. That fastball in for a strike. Good, hard fastball from the right-hander, who has made 4 appearances this year without allowing a run in 3 1/3 innings. He has also not given up a hit. Just 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Now it'll be a 1-2 from DeGiulio Jr. Kicks and deals. Swung and grounded to third. Couple hops for Wessinger. He fields, and his throw across the diamond is in time for the out. Well, we can't say enough about what the Ducks bullpen did yesterday. 7 Ducks relievers in the game, combining to throw 6 scoreless innings in relief of Bruce Kern. Gave up just 4 hits and 3 walks while striking out 5 and helping the Ducks secure the 7-1 victory. Kern making the spot start for Long Island through the first 3 innings, allowing just 1 run. Here's Josh Vitters to the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout today. First pitch, breaking ball missed low and outside for ball 1. So Frank DeGiulio Jr. is the first out of the pen for Long Island here today. And Kevin Baez could not specify which relievers may be down today after 7 had a pitch yesterday. 1-0. There's a breaking ball strike, 1-1. The one that we expected to definitely be available was DeGiulio Jr. because he had to only face 1 batter in yesterday's game. Here comes the 1-1. Kicks and fires, and Vitters takes a fastball up and inside for ball 2. Bluefish have a right-hander warming in the bullpen. Appears to be Jake Thompson, so he will likely come on to pitch in the top of the 7th. One we expect probably won't be available is Dan Blewett, who has thrown the last 2 games. Had to throw 29 pitches here on Friday night. 2-1. Fastball just missed at the knees on the inside corner. It was a good fastball from DeGiulio Jr. Wanted the call and did not get it. So now they count 3-1 on Vitters. Carlos Sosa waiting in the on-deck circle. Here comes the 3-1. Right-hander kicks and fires, and this taken way up and outside, ball 4. So Vitters walks for the 2nd time in this game. 3rd walk issued by Ducks pitching. Now a runner at first with 2 men out for Carlos Sosa.
First baseman number 20, Carlos Sosa.
So here is Sosa to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day, but did drive in a run in the 4th when he just beat out what would have been an inning-ending double play at first base. First pitch on the way from DeGiulio Jr., and Sosa takes this fastball downstairs for ball 1. Gave Sosa his first RBI of the season, and later stole his first base of the year when he just beat out a play at 3rd, despite a great throw from Mike Dowd. Umpires ruling that the throw was just a hair late. 1-0. Sosa takes a fastball strike outside corner. That'll even things up at 1-1. Ducks looking for the 3-game sweep of the Bluefish, and they have come back from a 2-1 deficit to now lead 5-2. Here's a 1-1. Sosa takes way up and outside. DeGiulio Jr. losing the strike zone a little bit now here in the 6th inning. And the count goes to 2-1 on the lefty swinger. Vitters takes his lead at first, has not stolen a base this year. 2-1. Sosa takes down and in, and DeGiulio Jr. now behind at 3-1 and in danger of walking back-to-back hitters with 2 outs in the 6th inning. And as I've said at times in this series, when you pitch to the contact against this Bluefish team with the way they've been struggling at the plate of late, tend to be successful more often than not lately. A 3-1. That's chopped on the ground, foul. Good fastball, and Sosa was way out in front of it. So now the count is full at 3-2. That'll release the runner from first with 2 men out in the inning. And DeGiulio Jr. looking for another strike here to get through the sixth without allowing a run. Vitters will take off from first on this 3-2 offering from DeGiulio Jr. to Carlos Sosa. Looks in for the sign, gets the pitch he likes. Runner goes in the 3-2s. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Sosa held off for ball 4. So DeGiulio Jr. has now walked back-to-back hitters with 2 outs in the 6th inning. And that will bring the tying run to the plate in Luis Nunez. But first, Marty Jansen's going to have to come out of the dugout and have a conversation with his right-hander.
Run the bases after this afternoon's game. Get a free fruitful ice cross.
This is already the second visit
After you touch home plate.
of the ball game for a Ducks manager, coach, or infielder. So the second defensive timeout, meaning the Ducks will have only one more in the first 9 innings of this game. And Marty Jansen will get Yuri De La Rosa warming up in the bullpen. You have Nunez at the plate now. Jeffrey Castillo, the righty hitter, waiting on deck. And then the switch hitter, Ruben Sosa Jr. in the hole. DeGiulio Jr. has to find a way to retire Nunez here to get out of this inning after walking Vitters and Sosa back-to-back with 2 men down. Right-hander's first pitch on the way to Nunez coming up. He kicks and fires, and Nunez takes the fastball upstairs. DeGiulio Jr. misses for ball 1. Nunez, an RBI single to left field in the 4th inning that gave the Bluefish the 2-1 advantage. Struck out swinging in the 3rd. Right now it appears that Bridgeport will stay patient with DeGiulio Jr. having trouble finding the strike zone. 1-0. And that one misses up high again for ball 2. 2 quick outs and a strikeout and a ground out to third, and now finds himself in trouble as he has been unable to locate the strike zone in the last 2 hitters. Now behind a 2-0 on Nunez, good hitters count. Here comes the pitch. DeGiulio Jr. fires. Nunez takes all the way. There's a fastball strike on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and a strike now on Nunez, who is 8 for 25 at the plate for Bridgeport with now 5 runs batted in. Cody Puckett, the second baseman, shaded up the middle. The shortstop lines over to his right a bit at short. Here's the 2-1. DeGiulio Jr. kicks and fires. Nunez takes. There's another strike. Fastball belt tie over the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. Ducks leading at 5-2. 2 men on base. And DeGiulio Jr. gets the sign from Dowd, ready to go. The 2-2 pitch coming to Nunez on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Strike 3. DeGiulio Jr. pulls the string, strikes out Nunez for his 2nd K of the inning, and he works around a pair of 2-out walks. No runs, no hits, 2 left on base for the Bluefish. We will head to the 7th here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard with the Ducks leading at 5-2.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jack Snodgrass, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, Ducks ends when the team returns home on Tuesday to face the Somerset Patriots and start off a 7-game homestand. Don't forget to stop by the Waddle Lynn Shop when you visit the Duck Pond, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia and a ton of apparel is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. So Frank DiGiulio Jr. works into a little bit of trouble in the bottom of the 6th, allowing a pair of 2-out walks, but strikes out Luis Nunez to get out of the jam. And now Sean Burrows will step up to the plate, leading off in the 7th inning. It'll be Burrows, Puckett, and Lyons, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Ducks. Brian Moran, who came on to relieve R.J. Hively in the 6th, will stay on. And his first pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 1 by Burrows. Ducks hold a 5-2 lead. A 4-run 6th inning has put the Ducks back on top after they initially led 1-0. Burrows has been on base twice today, a walk and an infield single. 0-1 is down in the dirt for a ball. He started off that 6th inning with the infield single, was quickly retired on a fielder's choice. But ultimately the Ducks sent 9 men to the plate and scored 4 runs on 3 hits and an error, as well as 2 walks in the inning. Here's the 1-1. And Burrows takes a fastball right over the outside corner. Good pitch from Moran, and it's 1-2. Ryan Moran stands in at 6'3", 210 pounds. He is 27 years old, out of Rye, New York, which is about a half hour to 40 minutes away from here. I'd say closer to the half-hour mark. So it'll be a 1-2. Wind continues to blow out towards center field here. And the pitch on the way is off the outside edge, just missed. That'll even things up at 2-2. Bridgeport had Jake Thompson, a righty, warming up last inning. He has since stopped throwing. Moran, by the way, worked 2 scoreless innings here in the 5th and 6th on Friday night in relief of David Anderson, who lasted just 4 innings starting for Bridgeport. 2-2. Line drive, left field line. That's a base hit for Burrows. It's going to head into the corner. Burrows will round first and make his way to second. Fielded in the corner by Nunez. He'll fire it back in. And Sean Burrows has his 2nd hit of the night, of the day, with a double down the left field line. 6th hit for Long Island, and for Burrows, it is his 2nd double of the year. So he is on at second with nobody out, as the Ducks will try and extend the lead here in the 7th. And up to the plate will step Cody Puckett. Puckett will dig in from the right side. He's been on base twice today, but is 0 for 3 at the plate. And 0 for 7 in the last 2 games. After coming in red hot. First pitch, and he swings and misses. A home run hack there by Puckett. And a bit out in front, count 0-1. Puckett reached on an error by the shortstop in the 2nd inning and then scored 2 batters later on the RBI triple from Anthony Vega. Last inning reached on a 6-4 fielder's choice and ended up scoring on that drop fly ball and right off the bat of Mike Dowd. The 0-1. Swings and rips it back up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Burrows will go to third. He'll stop right there. Ball was kicked in center field by Sosa Jr., but not far enough away for Burrows to score. So Burrows will stop at third. Puckett goes to first with his first hit of the game. A double and a single on Long Island with 2 on and nobody out. And that will bring up the shortstop, Dan Lyons.
Number 12, Dan Lyons.
Some scattering about in the Bluefish bullpen, but nobody throwing of yet. So it seems as though this game is in the hands of Brian Moran right now, who came in the 6th, allowed a walk and then the 2-run single before retiring the next 2 to get out of the inning. Burrows will take his lead at third, Puckett at first with nobody out. And the first pitch on the way to Dan Lyons is swung and lifted in the air down the right field line. Racing over is the right fielder Ramirez. He won't get it, but it will land foul in the Bluefish bullpen. That's a Lyons behind it, 0-1. He's 1 for 3 in this game, reaching on an infield single in the 6th inning and scoring on that dropped pop-up in right. Just ahead of the relay throw home. Again, Lyons was back near second base when the ball went in and out of the glove of Ramirez. Couldn't stray too far off, because if that ball was caught, he could have gotten doubled off at second. That was tagging up anyway to go to third on the fly ball. Here, way up high, Moran throws it to the backstop, and it caromed so quickly back No chance for Burrows to score. Puckett does go down to second, though. So we'll still go down as a wild pitch, as that one was airmailed out of the hands of Moran. But because it was thrown so hard and it caromed right off of the backstop instead of the netting, went right back to the catcher Castillo. Burrows does not have a ton of speed at third, so no way he could come home and score on it. So now second and third with nobody out. And it'll be a 1-1 pitch coming from Moran to Lyons. Goes through the signs, gets the pitch he likes. The 1-1. Lyons takes downstairs for a ball. And the left-hander now behind at 2 balls and a strike on the Ducks shortstop. Ducks looking to pad their lead here and make it easier for the bullpen over the final 3 innings. Just try and secure this 3-game sweep of Bridgeport. Ducks lead it 5-2 at this point, and a base hit here could make it a 5-run ball game. 2-1. Ripped to second, it is caught. So Luis Rodriguez makes the catch. The runners have to retreat. Lyons hits it hard but right at Rodriguez, and there's the first out. So Lyons will have to head back to the dugout after hitting a bullet, but right at Rodriguez. And with the infield in, Puckett was able to scoot back to second base before Hernandez could get back there. So 1 away, and now here is Anthony Vega, who has been on base all 3 times he's come up to the plate today. Looking to drive home 2 runs with 1 out in the 7th. Now Moran wants to go through the signs again with his catcher Castillo. Lefty to lefty here, Moran to Vega. Again, another long look in for the sign. Now he's ready. First pitch on the way, and Vega takes a fastball knee high for a strike. Count 0-1. Yuri De La Rosa continues to warm down the left field line for Long Island. Pitched a scoreless inning in yesterday's game. Through 18 pitches, 13 for strikes, so it looks like he will come on to pitch the bottom of the 7th. 0-1. And Vega swings, fouls this one back to the screen behind home plate. A breaking ball from Moran. Vega just missed it in the count 0-2. Again, with Burrows' speed, you have to hit a fly ball pretty well into the outfield to get him home from third. So a base hit would do better at getting the run home. A ground ball might not do it with the infield in, unless you hit it through the drawn-in infield like Lantini did last inning to play 2 runs. Here comes the 0-2. And Vega swings and rips it into right field. That's going to dunk in for a base hit. Burrows will score. Puckett rounding third. He's going to try and score. The throw was cut off by Sosa. A 2-run single to right for Anthony Vega, who has his 2nd hit and his 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the day. And the Ducks extend the lead to 7-2. So Anthony Vega comes through. The outfield was playing back here with Vega at the plate to try and prevent anything from getting over their head, playing a no-doubles defense. But instead, Vega's ripped to right, dunks in. Moran will hand the baseball to Luis Rodriguez. We'll have a pitching change here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. 2 more runs have come across for the Ducks, and they lead it by a 5-run margin.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Anthony Vega continuing a strong day at the plate in the 7th with a 2-run single to right that scores both Sean Burrows and Cody Puckett. Vega now with 2 hits in 2 at-bats, a triple and a single that have produced 3 RBIs. He has scored a run, and he has drawn 2 walks. Just a terrific day at the plate, making his first start of this series for Anthony Vega, and that chases Brian Moran from the game, so Bridgeport has to go back to their bullpen. And they will call on a right-hander to take over. It is number 29, a newcomer to this Bluefish team. 29 originally was David Carpenter's number, and that number now being worn by Carlos Ruiz, a right-hander who was signed today by the Bluefish. So he will take over for Moran, again his first action here. Ruiz, a South Plainfield, New Jersey native, just 23 years old, who was with the Camden River Sharks last. First pitch on the way, and Mike Dowd hits a high pop-up on the infield near second base. Luis Rodriguez shading his eyes from the sun. He'll make the catch on the edge of the outfield grass. So Dowd now 0 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored as he pops to second, and that is the second out.
Third base number 17, Matt Wessinger.
Again, Carpenter was wearing that number 29, was signed yesterday by the Angels organization, and will report to AAA Salt Lake. So Bluefish signing a pitcher today to take his spot. Runner goes from first. Wessinger takes high and inside for a ball. The throw to second, not in time. Goes into center field. Vega will head to third, and he will make it there safely on the 4th error of the day for Bridgeport. So give Vega a stolen base, his 3rd of the ball game. An error on the catcher, Jeffrey Castillo. It's his first error of the year. And for Bridgeport, their 4th error of the ball game. And so that moves Vega to 3rd with 2 outs. And it'll be a 1-0 count on Matt Wessinger, who is 0 for 2 with a walk this afternoon. Again, Yuri De La Rosa has been warming for the Ducks down the left field line. He is slated to come in and pitch in the bottom of the 7th with at least a 5-run advantage. 1-0 to Wessinger, and he'll take down in the dirt, scooped out for a ball. And that count goes to 2-0. So Moran goes 1 inning in relief. Gives up 4 hits and 1 walk, striking out none. Here a chopper foul by Wessinger into the Ducks dugout. And the count 2-1 now on the Ducks third baseman. He also threw a wild pitch to Moran. So Bridgeport's pitching letting them down again here today, as has their defense. The 2-1. Wessinger is hit by the pitch. Caught him up in the back. So he has been on now twice in this game without a hit. Every Duck has reached base safely in this game, with the exceptions of Mike Dowd and Lou Ford. And back to the top of the order we go, as Phelan Lentini will step to the plate, the 7th man to bat in this inning. So Long Island sent 9 men to the plate last inning, now 7 here in the 7th. Now the Ducks looking to continue adding to this lead and put the game out of reach, going for their 9th straight win and 3rd straight series sweep. Throw over to first, chases Wessinger back to the bag. So now each side has had a player hit it in this game. And you wonder if, can't imagine this would be the case, but Ruiz hit Wessinger there after Vega stole second up by 5 runs. There's a fastball strike. The count 0-1. And again, Kevin Mize is an aggressive manager. He has and always will be an aggressive manager. And they will always tell you no lead is safe. So the Ducks trying to put themselves in the best position for the final 3 innings to have the biggest lead possible. 0-1 to Lentini. Takes a breaking ball in for a strike. And now 0-2 on the Ducks' leadoff hitter in their lineup, who is 1 for 4 today. The 1 hit, a 2-run single through the drawn-in infield in the 6th inning. Went in between third and short. Ricocheted off the diving attempt of Luis Hernandez right off his glove. And now Ruiz is 0-2. Runner from first goes. Pitch is low. Wessinger will make it into second base easily with another stolen base. It's his first of the year. So for the Ducks, that is their 3rd stolen base of the day. Long Island now with 16 steals and 16 attempts this year. Here comes a 1-2. Ruiz kicks and fires. Lentini swings a ground ball at the third base line. Diving stop made by Vitters. The long throw across the diamond in time for the out. An outstanding play for the second time today by Josh Vitters, and that saves 2 runs. However, the Ducks end up getting 2 more runs in the inning on a total of 3 hits. 1 error for Bridgeport, and Long Island leaves 2 on base. We will head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. Ducks lead at 7-2.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Nick Struck, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
(7-2), the Ducks in front of the Bluefish as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. As expected, Yuri De La Rosa comes out of the bullpen for Long Island in relief of Frank DiGiulio Jr., who threw a scoreless inning in the 6th. And he will face the 9-1-2 hitters in the lineup for Bridgeport. It'll be Jeffrey Castillo, Ruben Sosa Jr., and Luis Hernandez coming to the plate. So Long Island doing what they do best, scoring late in games, 4 runs in the 6th, 2 in the 7th to turn a 2-1 deficit into a 7-2 lead. Here is De La Rosa to the mound to face Castillo, the 9-hitter and catcher, who is 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch, and the fastball misses low, ball 1. DiGiulio Jr. in the 6th inning, 1 inning, no hits, keeping his hitless streak intact to start the year through 5 appearances. No runs, walked 2 with 2 outs in the inning, but struck out 2 in the inning, including Nunez to end the frame. It's here, Castillo lines one into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. 4th hit of the game for Bridgeport. 2nd hit for Castillo today, and the leadoff man on against De La Rosa here in the 7th. So Bridgeport now with 4 hits and 4 walks for their offense in the game today. And with a 1 on and nobody on, that'll bring Ruben Sosa Jr. up to the plate. He'll bat from the right side. And the first pitch coming from Yuri De La Rosa. Swung on and chopped foul to the Ducks dugout on the third base side. The count is 0-1. The numbers on De La Rosa this year have been skewed, because his first appearance of the year, he allowed 4 runs without recording an out. Since then, though, he has thrown 5 scoreless innings. So has done a masterful job since that rough outing on opening night in Bridgewater, New Jersey. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Good fastball inside corner. Sosa Jr., who is 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts, cutting through it. Count 0-2 as the wind continues to pick up, now blowing towards the first base line, in from left field. Be an 0-2. De La Rosa gets the sign and comes set. Runner leads from first. Here's the 0-2. Sosa Jr. takes this breaking ball just inside, ball 1. So De La Rosa overall 0-1 record. In 6 games, he's allowed 4 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings, has walked just 1, and has struck out 11. Again, had that rough first outing, but since then he has looked terrific out of the bullpen for Long Island. The 1-2 on the way to Sosa Jr. Breaking ball hit on the ground to third. Charging in Wessinger. He fields. His only play is going to be to first. And he throws it there in time for the out. Castillo will go to second. And a smart play there by Wessinger. His momentum was taking him towards first base. And no sense risking trying to throw across your body off balance to second with a 5-run lead and accidentally throw the ball into center field and allow 2 runners to be on base, potentially in scoring position. Take the sure out at first. And that's what he did. So now runner at second base with 1 out. Here is Luis Hernandez to the plate. He is 0 for 3, and time is called as a ball escaped from the Bluefish bullpen down the right field line, where a right-hander is warming. Cannot tell from here who it is, but indeed is a right-hander warming down the line. First pitch now to Hernandez. Breaking ball is grounded foul into the Ducks dugout on the third base side, and it's 0-1. Hernandez popped out foul to the catcher, Mike Dowd, in the first inning. Grounded out to short in the third. A terrific diving stop made by Dan Lyons, and a throw from the outfield grass to get him, and then grounded to short again in the fifth. It'll be an 0-1. De La Rosa gets the sign and comes set. Kicks and fires, and Hernandez a half swing. He went around on the breaking ball from De La Rosa, which has had a ton of movement here in this 7th inning. So the count 0-2 on Hernandez. Luis Rodriguez waiting on deck for the Bluefish. The 0-2 as Castillo leads at second. De La Rosa looks in for the sign from Dowd, gets the pitch he likes. And the 0-2 on the way is a breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Ball was down in the dirt, the tag applied. First strikeout for De La Rosa, the 5th for Ducks pitching. 2 outs in the 7th, and that will bring up Luis Rodriguez.
Second baseman number 6, Luis Rodriguez.
So here is Rodriguez to the plate. Rodriguez will bat from the right side. First pitch on the way. Fastball missed a little bit high. Count 1-0 on Rodriguez, who today has a single, a walk, and a ground out to third. From the stretch to 1-0. De La Rosa kicks and deals. Line drive into right field. That'll be a base hit. On his way to third, being waved around is Castillo. Lantini picks it up and fires it in. And the runner stopped at third base. Burrows tried to tag Rodriguez off of first. Good hold there by Luis Rodriguez, the manager of the Bluefish, telling Castillo to stop at third. Lantini was playing shallow and came up ready to throw to the plate. But the runner stays put. Second hit of the inning off of De La Rosa. And now runners at the corners with 2 outs. And here is the DH, Jose Cuevas, coming to the plate. Mike Dowd, the catcher, gives the signals out in front of home plate to his defense. With runners at first and third and 2 down, here is Cuevas, who is 0 for 3 on the day with a ground out, a foul pop out, and a strikeout. De La Rosa gets the sign and comes set. First pitch on the way, and Cuevas will take a 2-seam fastball that just missed inside for ball 1. Cuevas bounced into a force out at second in the first. Popped out foul the first in the fourth, and then went down swinging in the 6th, leading off against the Julio Jr. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, nicely thrown in for a strike. That curveball from De La Rosa right on the money, and it's 1-1. The right-hander in the bullpen warming up is Joseph Cuja, who struggled last night and looks as though he will come into the game to pitch the 8th. 2-1. 1-1 was down and in. That is ball 2, so it is now a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Two singles in the inning for the Bluefish. They're trying to chip away at this 7-2 deficit that they face. The 2-1 from De La Rosa. Kicks and fires, and Cuevas a swing and a miss. Good fastball diving down and in. And Cuevas tried to pull it down the left field line. He was too far in front. So now it's 2-2, and De La Rosa a strike away from getting through the inning. De La Rosa peers in for the sign, gets the pitch he likes. Runners lead from the corners with 2 out. And the 2-2 on the way is swung on and grounded to third. Wessinger is there. His throw across the diamond right on the money for the out. And for the second straight inning, a Ducks reliever works into a jam but gets himself out of it. No runs, 2 hits, 2 more left for Bridgeport, who have left 8 on base today. We will head to the 8th in Bridgeport with the Ducks on top of the Bluefish 7-2.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Hey Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then you should be following the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. So Yuri De La Rosa allows a couple of hits in that 7th inning, but is able to work out of it, getting Jose Cuevas on the ground ball to third. We move to the 8th. Joseph Cuja, who was roughed up last night for 3 runs on 4 hits in an inning, including that titanic 3-run home run off the bat of Nate Fryman, will come into pitch in the 8th. And he will face Delta Cleary Jr., Lou Ford, and Sean Burrows, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Long Island. The Ducks leading 7-2, out hitting Bridgeport 8-5, and the Bluefish have committed 4 errors today compared to none for the Ducks. So Long Island looking to extend this lead against Cuja. First pitch coming to Delta Cleary Jr. Kicks and fires, and Cleary Jr. takes this hard fastball outside, ball 1. Cuja, a local product out of Seymour, Connecticut. He is just 22 years old, 6'5", 210 pounds, has a hard fastball. The 1-0. That's inside on another fastball. And he's behind here 2-0. The official score remarked to me between innings, can somebody throw a first pitch strike? We haven't seen a ton of those here today. Pitching has not been the focus to this point. The 2-0. That is in for a strike at the knees to Cleary Jr. Count 2-1. Cleary Jr. 1 for 4 in this game. He singled back in the first inning and reached on an error in the 5th. On a poor flip to first base from R.J. Hively. 2-1 from Cuja. Cleary Jr. swings, chops this one over the mound as short. Hernandez fields the high hop and throws out Cleary Jr. at first. 1 away here in the top of the 8th inning. That'll bring Lou Ford to the plate. Cuja on the season for Bridgeport. Has pitched in 4 games, no record. 5 runs on 8 hits in 7 innings, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. The only home run he gave up was to Nate Fryman last night, that 3-run blast that extended a 2-1 Ducks lead to 5-1 and essentially put the game out of reach. First pitch here to Lou Ford, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Ford, along with Mike Dowd, the only 2 Ducks who have not reached safely in this game. Both have been on the base paths at some point, but not on hits. The 0-1. That's outside for a ball. Ford reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Since then, he's grounded to short, struck out looking, and popped to right. Dowd has reached on a fielder's choice and a sac fly error, but that has been it. The 1-1. Cujo looks in for the sign, deals to the plate, and Ford will swing and lift this one high in the air to right. Well hit. Going back into the corners, the right fielder, Wilkin Ramirez. He looks up, and you can forget it. It's a solo home run over the wall in right field for Lou Ford. His second home run of the season, and Long Island extends the lead to 8-2 here in the 8th inning. Boy, Lou Ford hit it a long way out to right field, showing his tremendous opposite field power. It hit off of the McDonald's billboard that is on the elevated wall behind the home run wall in right. Ford's second home run of the season. He joins the hit party, and Long Island leads 8-2. Second homer in as many days given up by Joseph Cuja. So now base is empty with one out. It is now an 8-2 ball game, and that will bring Sean Burrows to the plate. First pitch, and Burrows takes low for ball one. A home run, the 6th of the year for the Long Island Ducks, and if the Ducks hit 100 home runs, they will meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. 1-0. Burrows a rip ground ball to second, and it gets through the legs of Rodriguez and goes into right center field. Burrows will stop at first, and that is going to be the 5th error of the ball game for the Bluefish. Bridgeport came into the game today with 6 errors as a team. They have committed 5 alone here today, matching their hit total for the day. That ball was an absolute bullet off the bat of Sean Burrows. And you can't really hit the ball much harder than he did there, but he hit it right at Rodriguez, and the ball just seemed to eat him up and went right through the legs. Cody Puckett at the plate now, and he swings and lines one into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Cody Puckett with his second hit of the day. Burrows will stop at second. And I believe that is now 10 hits. Yes, it is. 10 hits for the Ducks. And for Long Island, that makes it now 4 straight games with double-digit hits.
Shortstop number 12, Dan Lyons.
They had 14 on Thursday in Game 2, and on Friday, 12 yesterday. They've got 10 here today. First pitch here misses down low for ball one to Dan Lyons, who is 1 for 4 on the day. Puckett is now 2 for 5. So Burrows at second, Puckett at first. 3 straight hits off of Cuja. Lyons taking here. That missed outside, and it's 2-0. Lyons an infield single and a run back in the 6th inning. Aside from that, has popped to center twice and lined to second. Here comes the 2-0. Chopped on the ground foul, third base side, past Kevin Baez. And rolls around by the tarp, which has seen a lot of work over the last week and a half. Earlier in this week, maybe not so much with the Bluefish on the road, but it has been on every day. It was on when we got here to the ballpark today, and the tarp crew had a tough time getting it off the field earlier. 2-1. Fastball missed upstairs for ball 3 from Cuja. There was a lot of water on that tarp. Must have rained hard overnight. And also was raining throughout the game yesterday, so the water kind of sticking the tarp to the field. Here's the 3-1. Lyons swings, gets a piece of it, and fouls it back through the legs of Castillo. That'll run the count full at 3-2. We'll see if Kevin Baez puts the runners in motion. Don't think he would with 1 out in the inning. Anthony Vega, who's been on base all 4 times today, waiting on deck. You wouldn't know that it was raining earlier because right now, barely any clouds in the sky. Just a couple very high, thin clouds up above and bright sunshine shining down on this field. 3-2 to Lyons, and he swings and grounds it to third. Fielded in fair territory. He will step on third, and that is it. So it'll be a 5 unassisted fielder's choice off the bat of Dan Lyons. Josh Vitters taking the shore out at third, with Burrows running. So Burrows retired at third. Puckett goes to second. Now the Ducks with runners at first and second with 2 down. And Anthony Vega will step up to the plate for Long Island. What a day he has had today. Looking for more here in the 8th. The first pitch to him is taken up and outside for ball 1. Vega an RBI triple to right center in the 2nd that scored Cody Puckett. A walk in the 4th, a walk and a run scored in the 6th, and a 2-run single to right in the 7th along with a stolen base. Here comes the 1-0. Kuja deals, and Vega swings and rips this one down the right field line. That is a fair ball, base hit, and it's going to head into the corner. In to score is Cody Puckett. Around third, motoring home is Dan Lyons, and stopping at second with a 2-run double is Anthony Vega. He has 3 hits and 5 RBIs on the afternoon, and Long Island's lead is now 10-2. And Anthony Vega now a home run away from the cycle. Here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, they're going to say actually now it is a ground rule double. Lyons is going to have to go back to third, so it's now just 4 RBIs for Anthony Vega. So it is now a 9-2 game. And here is Mike Dowd to the plate. First pitch is taken for a called strike, so unfortunate there for Vega, as he will only get credit for 1 RBI, but he is still a home run shy of the cycle. For Vega, it is his first double of the year. He's now driven in 4 runs today, the 0-1, and Dowd takes outside for another ball. So it is a 9-2 Ducks lead. And Lyons goes from first to third on that double from Vega. 2 more runs given up by Kuja here, and Ducks threatening for more. 1-1, Dowd, ground ball to third, fielded there by Vitters. And his throw across the diamond is in time for the out, and that will retire the side. But not before the Ducks tack on a couple more. 2 runs on a total of 3 hits and another Bluefish error in the 8th inning. They leave 2 on base. We will head to the bottom of the 8th. Ducks leading it 9-2.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dan Blewett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Four runs in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and 2 more in the 8th for the Ducks have turned a 2-1 deficit into a 9-2 lead. You would have never known it through the first 5 innings of this game. This was quite a close one between these two teams, and that the Ducks were trailing. But all of a sudden, as we've seen so many times here during this winning streak that the Ducks are currently on, it's at 8 coming in, and the Ducks are 6 defensive outs away from making it 9. But they have had big rallies late in games, big run production. The offense is in high gear with 9 runs and 10 hits today. Check that, 9 runs and 11 hits today. And so they lead it by a count of 9-2. Kevin Vance will come out of the bullpen for Long Island. Third reliever called upon by Kevin Baez. And Vance is going to face Wilkin Ramirez to lead off. He takes a fastball for a strike. And the count, 0-1. Yuri De La Rosa, 1 inning of work. Gives up 2 hits, but no runs. Did not walk a batter and struck out 1. Vance here misses for a ball to even the count at 1-1. Ramirez today 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th and scored the run that gave the Bluefish a 2-1 lead. Though it did not last long. The 1-1. Good fastball on the inside corner for a strike. And that'll run the count to 1-2. Vance pitching for the second day in a row. He threw a scoreless inning yesterday. The 1-2, breaking ball inside. That will even up the count. Bluefish have a right-hander warming down the right field line, Taylor Thompson. Vance threw a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th yesterday, striking out 1. And now his 2-2 on the way to Ramirez has swung and fouled back to the screen behind home plate. Good cut to stay alive. We will do it again with the count of 2-2. Vega looking into the plate, gets the pitch he likes. Kicks and fires, and Ramirez takes the breaking ball inside, ball 3. Each of the 2 Ducks relievers who have come in have put 2 on base. DeJulio Jr. on a pair of walks, De La Rosa on a pair of singles, but they have gotten out of those jams each time. And the 3-2 on the way to Ramirez is swung on and lifted in the air, foul down the right field line. Lentini giving chase into the Bluefish bullpen. He'll run out of room, though, as this will land in the Two Roads Beer Garden. We'll do it again at 3-2. And Nate Fryman alluded to it in our pregame interview today, that one thing the bullpen has done well, even when they haven't pitched those clean 1-2-3 innings, they've gotten into jams, but for the most part have found their way out of them, especially not letting leads balloon for other teams or letting big rallies balloon. 3-2, Ramirez swings, lifts it foul again down the right field line, out of play. And that's what we've seen so far here today from DeJulio Jr. and De La Rosa. Even when they allowed runners to get on for Bridgeport, they found ways out of it. The offense is helping them out by giving them a 7-run cushion now to work with. 3-2 on the way. Ripped in the air to left center field. This ball is going to get down for a base hit. Delta Cleary Jr. chasing after it as it'll go towards the wall. Ramirez rounding second, but he will stop right there as Lyons fires it into third. So Wilkin Ramirez has his first hit of the day. It's his second double of the year. A bullet in a left center field on a high fastball from Vance. And so the Bridgeport Bluefish put the leadoff man on here in the 8th inning. Second straight inning, they've had the leadoff man on base.
Third baseman, 17, Josh Vitters.
So Ramirez will lead off second, and Josh Vitters will step to the plate from the right side. Vance comes set. Looks to second, deals to the plate, and Vitters will take inside for ball 1. Vitters has walked twice today. Ducks pitching has walked 4 batters in this game. Walked in the 4th against Downs and the 6th against DeJulio Jr. Struck out looking against Downs in the 2nd. 1-0, that's inside and it hit him. So Kevin Vance allowing a double and now hitting Josh Vitters with a pitch. And Bridgeport now with 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Looked like that caught Vitters near the hand and wrist area on his left hand. And Erica Ventura, the trainer for the Bluefish, out of the dugout to check on him and make sure that he is okay. Vitters made it about a third of the way down the line before Ventura went out to meet him, and it looks like he's going to stay in the game here. It's a nice hand from the fans here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. So not the start Vance was looking for, a double and a hit batter. That is the second Bluefish batter to be hit by a pitch in this game. The Ducks have had 1. So 2 men on base with nobody out. Here is Carlos Sosa to the plate. First pitch on the way, and he swings and misses at the fastball from Vance. Count 0-1. Sosa today, a line out to first in the 2nd, grounded into an RBI fielder's choice in the 4th, and drew a walk in the 6th. Now the 0-1. Vance looks to second, deals to the plate. Sosa takes the fastball up and outside. That'll even up the count at 1-1. In his 1 inning yesterday, Vance threw 12 pitches, 7 of them for strikes. Righty pitcher to the lefty hitter, the 1-1 coming from Vance. Kicks and fires. Sosa takes a fastball that is on the outside corner, bell tie for a strike. Sosa thought it was too far up. And now having a discussion with Brian Child, the home plate umpire. So the count of ball and 2 strikes. Sosa waits at the plate. Vance gets the sign. Kicks and fires, and Sosa will take a breaking ball, then miss low. Looks like Patrick Kreider has begun to warm down the left field line for the Ducks. Should they need to call in another pitcher to replace Vance. Now a 2-2 count on Sosa. Vance looking his second, deals to the plate, and Sosa will swing and pop this one in the air to shallow left. Going out, the shortstop Dan Lyons on the run, reaches out and he makes the catch. Oh, what a grab by Dan Lyons down the left field line. My goodness, he has continued to make play after play for the Ducks, and ranging out in a shallow left, he makes the running catch in fair territory for the first out. Unbelievable. It seems like if you hit the ball anywhere that is somewhat within a 100-foot range of Dan Lyons, he is going to catch the ball as long as it's not hit too hard past him. And that was shades of Derek Jeter when he went into the stands against the Red Sox in 2004, except this was more in fair territory where Lyons had enough time to stop. Ground ball here by Nunez, foul, third base side in the count, 0-1. And he is continuing to prove just why he was the Gold Glove Defensive Player of the Year presented by Rawlings. For the first time ever, Rawlings presented a Gold Glove Award in the Atlantic League, and he was the inaugural winner of it. And he has shown this year exactly why he won that last year. The 0-1. Nunez, a ground ball to the right side. Burrows will field. He'll step on first and will not make a throw to second. Would have been a tough play anyway. So a ground out to first by Nunez. 3 unassisted. He's now 1 for 4. Vitters makes his way to second. Ramirez to third. And with 2 outs, that will bring up the catcher and 9-hitter, Jeffrey Castillo. Off the bat, that looked like it was just going to fall in the triangle between Vega and left, Wessinger, the third baseman, and the shortstop Lyons. And somehow Lyons got to it and kind of just reached up with his glove over his shoulder and somehow made that catch. I don't know how he does it, but it is so impressive. First pitch on the way to Castillo. Vance kicks and fires, and Castillo takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Castillo's been a bright spot today in the 9-hole. 2 hits and 3 at-bats. He is now 4 for 7 with the Bluefish. A backup catcher to Rosmel Perez. Now the 0-1. Vance kicks and fires. And Castillo checks his swing on a high fastball. Even up the count at a ball and a strike. So Vance, after allowing a double and hitting a batter, trying to get out of this inning and strand 2 more Bluefish runners on base. Bridgeport has left 8 on base thus far in the game. 1-1. And Castillo fouls this one off down the right field line. This will leave the yard. That's now 1-2, and Vance a strike away from getting out of the 8th without allowing a run. Ferry pulling into the Bridgeport Harbor here on this Mother's Day Sunday afternoon. A happy Mother's Day to everybody out there in listening land. I want to send our best wishes here from the broadcast booth in Bridgeport. And the 1-2 on the way is a breaking ball, just getting a piece of it, fouling it off, was Castillo. Especially wishing a personal happy Mother's Day to my mom, Carol, back in New Hyde Park, New York. Tuning in, wishing her all the best. She does it all for me and our family. And a special shout out to my cousin Allison Ryder, who just gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Abigail Rose. Second time she has become a mother, her second child, along with her son Joshua. So a happy Mother's Day to you both and everybody else out there who deserves the recognition today and every day. 2-2. Breaking ball misses low and outside from Vance. So that runs the count full. First base is open, so a walk would load the bases up. Now they say it is a 2-2 count. I thought it was 3-2, but it is 2-2 on Jeffrey Castillo. Runner at third base, Ramirez. The runner at second is Vitters. The 2-2 pitch coming from Kevin Vance. Kicks and fires. Castillo is swinging a pop-up foul again. First base side out of play. This will go back into the seats. Game approaching the 3-hour mark here as we play in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Ducks with a 9-2 lead over the Bridgeport Bluefish. 4 defensive outs away from their 3rd consecutive 3-game series sweep and 9th consecutive win. Vance looks in for the sign and comes set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch once again to Castillo. Kicks and fires, and Castillo will take the high fastball for ball 3. Would not chase. Count now full. Sosa Jr., a switch hitter waiting on deck. We'll see if he comes up, if Kevin Baez brings in Kreider to turn him around to the right side. 3-2 from Vance to Castillo, and he will take outside and high ball 4. So the Bluefish load the bases here in the 8th on the 2-out walk issued by Kevin Vance. That is the 5th walk allowed by Ducks pitching today. So Ruben Sosa Jr. will come to the plate. Marty Jansen is going to come out of the dugout. And he's going to chat with Vance here. This will be, again, the 3rd defensive visit, 3rd mound visit for the Ducks in this game, the 3rd defensive timeout. So Long Island will have no more after this in the first 9 innings of the game. And I don't know if this is just to give Patrick Kreider some more time to warm up or if it's to keep Vance in the game. But Sosa Jr., who was 0 for 4 in this game, will come up to the plate, and Vance will face him. Again, trying to get out of the jam. Vance got ahead in the count 1-2, but could not retire Castillo, who is on for the 3rd time today. And here's Sosa Jr., who has flown out 3 times and grounded a third, excuse me. First pitch from the right-hander, and Sosa Jr. lines this one in the air to shallow left field. Out is Lyons. This will land for a base hit. 1 run is in. Throw to the plate is offline. Another run will score. Ball briefly got away from down. It's a 2-run single to left for Ruben Sosa Jr. A 2-out rally for Bridgeport, and they have closed the gap to 9-4. So a broken bat line drive in a shallow left field. That lands in front of Anthony Vega, gives Sosa Jr. his 10th and 11th runs batted in of the year. Ramirez and Vitters scoring on the play. And going from first to third was Castillo. So after the first 2 Ducks relievers came in, got into jams and got out of it, Vance was unable to do it here in the 8th as he allows the walk to Castillo after getting ahead 1-2, and now a 2-run single to Sosa Jr. We'll have a pitching change here as Patrick Kreider will come on to face Luis Hernandez. The Ducks lead has been cut to 5 at 9-4.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Kevin Baez making a pitching change here in the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th inning after Bridgeport has scored 2 in the inning to cut the Ducks' 9-2 lead to 9-4. That is why these runs are so important. The Ducks have been scoring late because if a reliever falters, they have that cushion to work off of. And so Patrick Kreider will have to come in after Kevin Vance had a double and a hit by pitch to start the inning. He retired the next 2, one of them on a terrific running catch by Dan Lyons. But after getting ahead of Jeffrey Castillo, he ended up walking the 9-hitter and catcher for Bridgeport, and then allowed a 2-run single to left by Ruben Sosa Jr. Now first and third with 2 out, and here is the switch-hitting shortstop Luis Hernandez, who is 0 for 4 in the game. He will bat from the right side against the lefty Kreider. Gets the sign and comes set. And his first pitch on the way. Breaking ball hit on the ground is short. Dan Lyons will field on the backhand. His throw over to first is in time, so Kreider comes in, needs just one pitch, and he's able to get out of trouble. 2 runs in the inning for Bridgeport on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave a pair on base. We will head to the 9th here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. The Ducks leading it 9-4 over the Bluefish.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
We head to the 9th at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Ducks with a 9-4 lead over the Bridgeport Bluefish, 3 defensive outs away from a 3-game sweep to start off the 2016 Ferry Cup Series. Ducks will have one more opportunity to try and add some more runs before they head to the bottom of the 9th inning. New pitcher is in for Bridgeport, and that is going to be number 30, Taylor Thompson, a righty, who for now is taking over the closing duties for David Carpenter after Carpenter was signed yesterday by the Angels organization. But with this obviously not a safe situation, and Bridgeport not having a safe situation in this series, Thompson is going to get some action here against the 9-1-2 hitters, Wessinger, Lantini, and Cleary Jr. Joseph Kuja, in his 1 inning, was roughed up for 2 runs on 3 hits in the frame. Did not walk or strike out a batter and gave up the home run to Lou Ford. First pitch from Thompson on the way to Wessinger, and he'll take a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Wessinger today 0 for 2, but he has been on base twice, a walk in the 6th and was hit by a pitch in the 7th. Also picked up his first stolen base of the year in the 7th inning. 1-0. Line drive to right center field. Over to his right is Ramirez. Having to shade his eyes from the sun, he's able to make the catch. So Wessinger hit the ball hard, but hit it right where the right fielder Ramirez was playing, and that's the first out in the 9th inning. Looks like James Lomangino is the man warming up down the left field line for the Ducks, and hoping to come on and pitch in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Ducks at least having a 5-run lead.
Right fielder number 22, Phelan Lantini.
Here is Lantini to the plate from the right side. Lantini 1 for 5 on the day with a 2-run single to left back in the 6th inning. And he takes a fastball strike, the count 0-1. Lantini now with a team high 12 runs batted in this year. Hitting in the top spot of the order in every game that he has played. The 0-1, that's down low, taken for ball 1. That single came to right in the 6th inning, driving in both Vega and Dowd. 1-1 pitch. Lantini is swinging a miss. Good breaking ball diving down and away from Thompson. And that count goes to 1-2. Taylor Thompson has pitched in 8 games thus far for Bridgeport, a 2-0 record and a 1.93 ERA. He's allowed just 2 runs on 7 hits in 9 1/3 innings. A 1-2, outside for ball 2. 1 walk allowed by Thompson, 11 strikeouts. So it'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike offering to Lantini. Waves the bat at home plate. The kick and the pitch on the way is down in the dirt, ball 3. So the count goes full at 3-2. Cleary Jr. will be next, and then if it gets to him, Lou Ford. Ducks are out hitting the Bluefish in this game 11-7. Bridgeport has committed 5 errors today, the only 5 errors of this game. 3-2. Taken inside and high, ball 4. Thompson thought he had strike 3, didn't know where it missed. So that is ball 4 to Lentini, another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. And Thompson frustrated that he did not get the call on that fastball over the inner half of the plate. Lentini takes it inside. He's got good speed, 6 for 6 in the stolen base department. So we'll see if Kevin Baez puts him in motion. Here's Delta Cleary Jr., who is 1 for 5 on the day. Thompson gets the sign and comes set. First pitch on the way, and he takes a fastball up and outside for ball 1. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning for Bridgeport, it'll be their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Luis Rodriguez, Jose Cuevas, and Wilkin Ramirez due up to bat. And again, likely against James Lomangino, who's been warming up this inning. The 1-0, fouled off to the third base side of home plate into the screen. That will even up the count at 1-1. It's turned into a lovely Sunday afternoon here in Bridgeport. Sure not as warm as everybody would like it, but the sun's shining, which has not been the case in quite some time. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball line down the left field line, foul into the seats. So that will run the count to 1-2 on the Ducks switch hitting center fielder. Looking in for the sign is Thompson. Now he's ready. And the 1-2. Breaking ball grounded up the first base line. Foul ball. They say it just kicked foul to the right of the first base bag. So Cleary Jr. just missing an extra base hit down the line. Took kind of a hop there on the dirt as it was rolling up the first base line, and I don't know if it hit the bag or it hit something else, but ricocheted to the right. So the count is now 1-2 still on Cleary Jr. Lou Ford waiting on deck with a 1 on and 1 out. Kicking the pitch on the way, and Cleary Jr. grounds this one to second weakly. Fielded there by the second baseman Rodriguez. He'll go over to first and take the sure out at first base. Lentini advances to second. So now runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Ducks, and that will bring up Lou Ford. Ducks are getting contributions from up and down the lineup. Top 3 hitters coming into this inning were 1 for 5 in the game. But Lentini with the big 2-run single in the 6th, and Ford had a home run for his only hit in the 8th off the wall and right. That elevated wall, which is a home run. First pitch here to Ford, and that is taken for a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. It hit the McDonald's billboard on the elevated wall behind the home run wall. Coincidentally, it's for a McDonald's that is no longer in existence, just recently closed. Right across the street from the hotel the Ducks stay at here in Bridgeport. The 0-1, breaking ball, strike, outside corner from Thompson. And now he's ahead at 0-2. Ducks have scored in each of the last 3 innings, 4 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. They lead it 9-4 over the Bluefish. There'll be an 0-2 pitch coming up from Thompson to Ford. Right-hander gets a sign and comes set. And the 0-2. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Castillo, strike 3. So Thompson strikes out Ford, and the Ducks are held off the scoreboard for the first time since the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on base. We will head to the bottom of the 9th. Ducks will try and complete the sweep of the Bluefish. They lead it 9-4.
Hey fans, this is Ty Coffey, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
To the bottom of the ninth we go here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. The Long Island Ducks leading the Bridgeport Bluefish by a 9-4 count. James Lomangino will come out of the bullpen for Bridgeport, trying to seal this victory for the Ducks and earn them their 9th straight win. Luis Rodriguez, the second baseman and 3-hitter for Bridgeport, will lead things off. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the order for the Bluefish. Rodriguez, Cuevas, and Ramirez. First pitch from Lomangino is a fastball in for a strike. Over the outside corner, 0-1. Rodriguez today is 2 for 3 at the plate with a pair of singles. Also drew a walk and scored a run back in the 4th. 0-1. Rodriguez swings, fouls this one off the glove of Mike Dowd. Lomangino now ahead, 0-2. So Kevin Vance goes 2/3 of an inning for the Ducks. Gives up 2 hits and 2 runs, both earned, a walk and no strikeouts. Was unable to get out of the jam he worked himself in. Walking Castillo with 2 outs and then giving up the 2-run single by Sosa Jr. 0-2 from Lomangino. Rodriguez pops one up, foul back behind the plate. We'll go out of play. We'll do it again at 0-2. Patrick Kreider came in, made 1 pitch, and got Hernandez on the ground out to short to end the inning. Lomangino ready again. And his 0-2 once again to Rodriguez is a fastball that missed high and outside for ball 1. Lomangino, a Long Island native, Connecticut High School alum, resides in Ronkonkoma, 6 foot, 205 pounds, 24 years old. And the 1-2, high fly ball in the air to deep right field. Back goes Phelan Lentini. He can't see it in right, and it ends up hitting off the wall. On his way to second is Rodriguez, and he is going to be in there safely with a double. Lentini lost sight of it as it went to deep right field. He was ranging back. I thought that was going to leave the yard off the bat, and it ended up hitting off the wall and right. Not sure Lentini would have had a chance anyway. But a booming double by Rodriguez, who is now 3 for 4 on the day, and the Bluefish have the leadoff man on at second here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Lomangino's had a little bit of trouble out of the bullpen this year. 4 games, he has no record of 4.15 ERA. First pitch to Cuevas, he takes a breaking ball in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Cuevas 0 for 4 in this game. 2 groundouts, a foul pop out, and a strikeout. Now Lomangino's 0-1. Breaking ball, fouled back to the screen. Good pitch from Lomangino, and for the second straight hitter, he's ahead at 0-2. It's like Todd Coffey is warming down the left field line. Should Kevin Byes needs to call him into the ball game. Lomangino gets the sign and comes set. And the 0-2 pitch to Cuevas is lifted foul, first base side. Just caught a piece and fouled it away. So he will stay alive at 0-2. Double the 3rd extra base hit for Bridgeport in this game. All of them have been doubles. 0-2 again. Cuevas takes down in the dirt. Good block by Dowd. Could not get Cuevas to chase, and the count goes to 1-2. Infield for the most part playing straight away here. Cody Puckett shaded a little bit more up the middle. So a bigger hole on the right side of the infield. Here's the 1-2 from Lomangino. Cuevas swings and lines this one into right field. Lentini on the run. He dives and he makes the catch. A shoestring grab in right for Phelan Lentini. He didn't go into the full dive, but lunged at the ball and caught it at his shoe top. So a nice grab by Lentini. And that is the first out here in the 9th inning. Runner stays put at second base. Looked like that one off the mat was going to dunk in front of Lentini, but he was playing somewhat shallow and was able to make that catch. Here's Wilkin Ramirez to the plate. First pitch to Ramirez. Fastball missed inside. A little bit high in the count, 1-0. Ramirez 1 for 3 in the game, a double and a run scored in the 8th inning. Was hit by a pitch and scored back in the 4th. Here's the 1-0. That fastball missing upstairs from Lomangino, and now behind at 2 balls and no strikes on Ramirez. 9-4 Ducks lead here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runner at second with 1 out. 2-0 from Lomangino. Ramirez swings, grounds it to third. Backhanded by Wessinger. The long throw across the diamond in time for the out. Good throw from Wessinger, showing off that strong arm at third base. And an accurate throw to Burrows for the second out of the inning. Crossing over to the third on the throw across was Rodriguez. So he is at third base with 2 outs. Now the Bluefish down to their final out here in this series, and up to the plate will step a pinch hitter for Josh Vitters. It is going to be the lefty swinging Luis Domoromo who will come in to pinch hit for Vitters. Again, Vitters was hit by a pitch the last time he came up to the plate in the 8th inning. And so Luis Rodriguez going with Domoromo instead of Vitters here. Vitters had stayed in the game for the time being. First pitch misses up and outside for a ball. And the count goes to 1-0. Domoromo getting his first action. Came in actually as a defensive replacement. Here he lines one to right. Lentini is right there. He will make the head-high catch. This ball game is over. The Long Island Ducks defeat the Bridgeport Bluefish 9-4 to earn their 3rd consecutive series sweep and their 9th consecutive win overall. So the Ducks get the job done. James Lomangino with a scoreless bottom of the 9th. The many Ducks fans in attendance. High fives all around for their team as the Ducks pick up the victory here today, 9-4, and earn their 3rd straight series sweep and 9th win overall, and they will head back home with a 3-0 advantage in the 2016 Ferry Cup Series. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming up next. We're going to recap this game and hand out the Player of the Game award. High fives all around for the Ducks as they take it 9-4 over their Crosstown rivals.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelan Lentini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free, it takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Post-game show here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, where the Ducks were winners again today, 9-4 over the Bridgeport Bluefish, their 9th consecutive victory overall. They sweep all 3 games here on the road from the Bridgeport Bluefish and take a 3-0 lead in the 2016 Ferry Cup Series. Now, the Ducks have now swept 3 consecutive series after starting the year 1-6. What a difference it has been in this season for the Ducks. 7 games to start the year on the road. They struggle out of the gate offensively. They go 1-6, and since that point, they have won 9 straight games to improve to 10-6 on the season. Temporarily are within 3.5 games of the first-place Somerset Patriots. And what more can you say about the Ducks other than they're getting terrific pitching, both from their starters and from the relievers? Just a 2-run hiccup by Kevin Vance today. Otherwise, 3 scoreless innings relief out of the bullpen from Long Island besides Vance. And what else can you say? The Ducks are making tremendous defensive plays, unlike Bridgeport, who committed 5 errors today. Long Island has gotten the job done. They've won 9 in a row. They come up here to Bridgeport and take all 3 games from the crosstown rival Bluefish. Let's recap this game. Ducks took an early lead in the second inning for the 3rd straight game as Cody Puckett reached on an error from the shortstop Luis Hernandez, and then two batters later, came home on an RBI triple down to right center field by Anthony Vega, the start of a terrific day for him. And so that gave the Ducks a 1-0 advantage. Long Island could not score in the 4th when they had 2 on with 2 out as Mike Dowd struck out following a pair of walks. And then in the bottom of the 4th, Darren Downs, who had gotten off to a terrific start over the first 3 innings, started to lose the strike zone. He walked Luis Rodriguez to open the inning, hit Wilkin Ramirez with 1 out, and then walked Josh Vitters to load the bases for Carlos Sosa. Sosa hit a ground ball to second. It was a slow one, though, and so it ended up being a 4-6 fielder's choice. Sosa just beat out the throw at first for the RBI fielder's choice. Luis Nunez followed with an RBI single to left, and Bridgeport had themselves a 2-1 lead. But in the 6th inning, R.J. Hively stayed in to pitch for Bridgeport, and the Ducks were able to bat around and put together the rally that essentially won them this game. Sean Burrows reached on an infield single to short. Cody Puckett followed with a 6-4 fielder's choice, so 1 on, 1 out. Dan Lyons on an infield single to short was able to reach, and then both runners moved up on a wild pitch, so the Ducks had 2nd and 3rd with 1 out for Anthony Vega. He would draw a walk to load the bases for Mike Dowd, who lifted a fly ball to deep right field. It would have been a sac fly anyway, would have gotten a run home, but the right fielder Wilkin Ramirez dropped the ball on the warning track. Both Puckett and Lyons were able to score. Dowd went to 2nd and Vega to 3rd on the throw home. And so 2-run scoring. Dowd got credit for 1 RBI. The Ducks at that point had a 3-2 lead. Out of the game came Hively. Brian Moran came in. He walked Matt Wessinger to reload the bases for Lantini. Infield was drawn in. Lantini grounded a 2-run single through the left side that plated both Vega and Dowd. 4 runs on 3 hits and an error in the inning. And the Ducks had themselves at that point a 5-2 lead. They would add 2 more in the 7th inning when Burrows doubled, Puckett singled, and 2 batters later, Vega drove them both in with a 2-run single to right off of Moran, and that gave the Ducks a 7-2 advantage. And then in the 8th inning against Joseph Kuja, Lou Ford went the opposite way to right field for a 1-out solo home run, his 2nd of the year, the Ducks' 3rd home run in the series. And then after an error and a single, followed by a fielder's choice ground out, Anthony Vega with an RBI ground rule double down the right field line. Had it not got caught in the bullpen, he would have gotten credit for 2 more runs batted in, but Vega would finish a home run shy of the cycle, and the Ducks had themselves at that point a 9-2 advantage. Bluefish got 2 runs in the 8th inning on a 2-out, 2-run single by Kevin Vance after he walked Jeffrey Castillo with 2 outs. But then Patrick Kreider came in, Luis Hernandez on a ground out to short to end that threat. And in the 9th inning, James Lomangino worked around a leadoff double from Luis Rodriguez to retire the next 3 in order, and the Ducks win the game by a final count of 9-4. Final totals today, 9 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the Ducks. They left 12 men on base. For the Bluefish, 4 runs on 8 hits. They made 5 errors on the day and left 11 men on base. Just a sloppy day all the way around for Bridgeport. Darren Downs with 5 innings of 2-run ball picks up the win for the Ducks. He improves to 1-1 on the year. R.J. Hively, who allowed 5 runs on 4 hits and 3 walks in 5 1/3 innings. Only 3 of the runs were earned, though. Suffers the loss. He falls to 0-2 on the year. No save. The game took 3 hours and 17 minutes in front of 1,683 here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. It is time to hand out today's Player of the Game award, and today it is going to go to Anthony Vega, the Long Island resident of the Ducks. Reached base all 5 times he came to the plate today. 3 hits, 2 walks. He had a double, a triple, drove in a total of 4 runs on the day, and scored 1. A tremendous day for Anthony Vega, and he is today's Player of the Game in the Ducks' sweep-clinching victory. We will take a break when we come back out of town scoreboard, and then we'll wrap things up from the ballpark at Harbor Yard, where the Ducks win it today 9-4.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season. And with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks winners again today, 9-4, the 9th straight win for this team. They improved to 10-6 overall in the season and close to within 3.5 games as of right now against the Somerset Patriots in the Liberty Division standings. Those two teams will begin a 3-game set beginning on Tuesday at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks will get a much-needed and much-deserved off day tomorrow before they resume play on Tuesday with a 7-game and 6-day homestand. Meanwhile, the Bluefish now have lost 7 straight games. They fall to 5-12 and now temporarily 9 games behind the Patriots in the Liberty Division standings. We look to the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll give you the score first that the Patriots are currently playing in. They lead it 3-1 in Sugar Land, Texas, bottom of the 6th inning at Constellation Field. Mickey Story starting for the Patriots today, and Barrett Lukes was the starter for the Skeeters. Chris Tripe has since replaced Barrett Lukes on the mound. Story still pitching. Patriots getting 2 RBIs from Vinny Zarillo and 1 from Eric Farris thus far to lead the way. Sugar Land has an RBI from Kent Mathis. So again, they lead it 3-1 bottom of the 6th inning. Barnstormers and the Bees are tied at 4 bottom of the 7th inning at Clipper Magazine Stadium in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. J.D. Martin was the starter today for Lancaster, and now Mark Lee is pitching. New Britain started Josh Outman, and now Craig Stem has taken over on the mound. Bees getting RBIs today from Greg Golson, James Skelton, and John Jones, while the Barnstormers have picked up 2 RBIs from Charlie Cutler and RBIs from Whitaker, Bell, and Witherspoon, as Lancaster has now taken a 5-4 lead on an RBI single from Jonathan Roof. Or excuse me, from Jonathan Roof. So again, it's 5-4. It's a walk-off win actually for Lancaster. It's a final in 7 innings, so they must be playing 2 today. The scoreboard only shows 1 game, but they must be playing 2 today at Clipper Magazine Stadium. So they win it 5-4 in walk-off fashion in the first game of the doubleheader today. And the other game going on right now is in Southern Maryland, where the Blue Crabs have a 9-5 lead over the Revolution top half of the 7th inning. Sean Garceau started for Southern Maryland. Scott Main now doing the pitching. For York, Micah Owings was the starter, and now Daniel Corella has taken over. Blue Crabs being led at the plate with 3 RBIs apiece from Fred Lewis and Steve Lombardozzi. York getting RBIs from Repko, Perez, Guzman, Pounds, and Castillo. And so again, it's 9-5, Southern Maryland over York, top of the 7th. At Yankee Stadium tonight, Yankees will host the Red Sox, trying to go for a 3-game sweep of that series. 8:05 start on ESPN. Stephen Wright will start for the Red Sox. He's 2-3 on the year. Luis Severino will go for the Yankees. He is 0-4. Mets and the Padres just getting underway out in San Diego, California. Mets trying to salvage a split of the 4-game set. They are scoreless right now. For the Mets, Matt Harvey starting today. He is 2-4 on the season. Andrew Kashner going for the Padres. He is 2-2. And meanwhile, down in Tampa, Florida, not good news for the Islander fans. The Lightning have a 3-0 lead with about 4 minutes to go in the second period at Amalie Arena. Victor Hedman and Brian Boyle scoring in the first period. Hedman a power play goal in the second. So barring a comeback from the Islanders, their season will come to a close tonight in Florida, as Tampa leads that series 3-1, and the Islanders will have to give it their best throughout the remainder of this game to try and keep their season alive. So that will do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. Ducks, as we mentioned, will have the day off tomorrow, and then they will open up a 3-game series against the Somerset Patriots, on Tuesday at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks will likely be sending Bobby Blevins to the mound. Haven't gotten the official rotation yet, but he would be next in line to pitch. Somerset Patriots scheduled to throw Jeremy Horst, the left-hander, out to start that series. And so the Long Island Ducks, have won 9 straight games. They are playing terrific baseball right now and have improved to 10-6 on the year and getting closer and closer to the Somerset Patriots in the Liberty Division standings. Well, that's going to do it for us again today here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Once again, the final score, it was the Long Island Ducks 9 and the Bridgeport Bluefish 4. The Ducks completing the 3-game sweep of the Bluefish and have won 9 games in a row. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be on Tuesday night when the Ducks host the Patriots in the opener of a 3-game series. Pre-game show will begin at 6:20. First pitch at 6:35 from the Duck Pond. You can follow all the action right here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast and another Ducks victory. Have a great rest of your weekend. A happy Mother's Day to all. We'll do it all over again on Tuesday night here at Bethpage Ballpark. Good night and so long from Bridgeport, Connecticut.